Good afternoon, everybody. I am your boy OG UNC through the door, the original Gigolo. If you love your bitch, you better hide your hoe. Man, listen, man, I just woke up, man. I ain't even up all the way. I jumped straight up and ran straight to the computer because we got to see what's going on with this Diddy shit today. Did he do it? Did he did it or did he done it? Is he gonna get bail? I don't think so. But we got some new reports we finna check out. I know Law and Crime is going live at 1:30, and they gon' I think they're gonna go live from inside the hearing. But there's already been reports that, well, I ain't gonna say that his bail was denied, but yeah, his bail was denied. They said his bail was denied. Talking about he wanted house arrest with some women. Diddy wanted him some women. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Here we go.
Just a year ago today, Diddy was issued a key to New York City. Now, fast forward that year, he's now been indicted in the very city that once showed him love. As prosecutors say, he now faces years and decades behind bars, giving a whole new meaning to bad boy for life. Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, was arrested yesterday at a swanky NYC hotel. But before a judge today, he pleaded not guilty to 3 federal charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, coercion, transportation to engage in prostitution. He will be held without bail. Now, the energy around the courthouse today wasn't as heightened as maybe expected. Here, there were a few fans out here today, some in their cars yelling "Free Diddy," some understanding what the victims are feeling in this case and saying this criminal case was a long time coming. Some just surprised he wasn't even issued bail at all. I actually spoke with a girl visiting from Germany with her mother, and she was surprised Diddy appeared inside the courthouse that you see right behind me. Let's hear what she had to say. What are your thoughts on seeing just this massive amount of people outside of this courthouse while you're here just for vacation?
I was surprised. I was like, what's happening? And then you approached me, and I knew it was about Diddy. And I knew from like German journals and television that this is happening, but it's surprising to see it like live. And and I think it's good that like sexual harassment and this is getting a lot of attention, because most of the time, even with like famous men, it's held down and nobody speaks about it. And I don't know if he maybe gets a career afterwards. I don't hope. But yeah, we will see.
Now, through an attorney, the defense is reportedly confident in this case, as Sean Combs' attorney, Mark Agnifilio, said he'll fight like hell for his client.
So this was the first step. We have a bail appeal scheduled for tomorrow at 3:30 in front of Judge Carter, the district judge assigned to this case. I think that we made the points that we've been wanting to make. I think he came out. Mr. Combs is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He's innocent. He came to New York to establish his innocence. He's not afraid. He's not afraid of the charges. There's nothing that the government said in their presentation today that changes anyone's mind about anything. He's been looking forward to this day. He's been looking forward to clearing his name, and he's going to clear his name. And we're going to stand by his side as he does. We believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things. This was a 10-year relationship. There's no coercion. There's no crime. There's basically just, someone who brought a civil case and now is finding themselves as a witness in a criminal case. And we're going to fight this case.
Picture this. You're sitting at home alone watching YouTube videos, wondering why.
With everything we have, as is he, and eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent. And so tomorrow we fight again, and we'll fight every day until we don't have to fight anymore.
So here's what happened this afternoon. Diddy appeared in this federal courthouse that you see again right behind me. Now, according to sources inside that building, he appeared stone-faced and uncuffed while at the...
How come every time they show a drawing of Diddy, this nigga look like a goddamn gremlin? That illustration they had of him yesterday was fucked up. I wonder if it's the same person yesterday from today. Because even though the drawings is different, his face still, he look like Kanye right there. That's Kanye. That ain't Diddy, that's Kanye. Oh, these motherfuckers playing games. Hold on, Chad.
at the defense table. His arraignment began around 2:30 Eastern today, with some supporters on his side, including his 3 adult sons. That's
this nigga right here. What's that? Justin? No. That's the junior right there, ain't it? I don't know that nigga name. I think that's Christian, and that's Al B. Sure's son. I forget his name. But this nigga right here, the one that look exactly like Diddy, he going to jail too. He just like his daddy. He going to jail too.
Justin, Quincy, and Christian. Prosecutors say Diddy is dangerous and used his power, authority, and intimidation to essentially get away with his crimes. Under the indictment, it says, the defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Now, during court today, it's been reported the government wants him to be detained ahead of trial. The government argued Diddy set up freak-offs, forcing sex and masturbating during it. He also filmed some of those encounters. He stocked the room with narcotics so that female victims could continue for multiple days. Prosecutors say the defendant committed other physical assaults, kidnapping, and arson. He surrounded himself with and used firearms, including the 3 defaced AR-15s that were seized, 1 in LA, 2 in Miami, in his bedroom closet. Now, while the victim hasn't been named, you can't help but think it's Cassandra Ventura, better known as Cassie, as many of the claims in the indictment echo her November 2023 lawsuit. One argument made by prosecutors was the victim sought to leave a freak off and he assaulted her. When hotel security was helping the victim leave the hotel, the defendant attempted to bribe the officer with a handful of cash. The guard refused to be bought. The defendant tried to get the video. Now, this echoes the video that was released by CNN just months ago, where Diddy is seen brutally assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie at an LA hotel around March of 2016. Now, the prosecution argued the video disappeared from the hotel's server. It's not a coincidence, prosecutors say. The cover-up continued for another 7 years. There was a civil suit, again, that alluding to Cassie's lawsuit in mid-November of 2023 that detailed this assault at the Intercontinental Hotel. The defendant denied it, calling it lies. This is what prosecutors were saying inside the courtroom today. Now, according to prosecutors, witnesses they interviewed have universally expressed fear. The defendant has contacted witnesses who received grand jury subpoenas. He contacted at least 1 victim as well. Now, while Diddy's attorney argue he's not a flight risk, prosecutors actually say the opposite. Now, they argued the defendant is a wealthy man. It allows him to flee quickly and without detection. His counsel has taken steps to minimize flight risks to set up the argument made today. But then his incentives were entirely different, and he flew to New York actually 2 weeks ago. Now, it was reported that about 2 weeks ago, Diddy was actually up in Harlem. It's unclear what he was doing there, but there were reports that he did make that visit around 2 weeks ago. And another shocking development, prosecutors say Diddy had what appeared to be narcotics found in his hotel room just last night. Now, pink powder that previously tested positive for ecstasy and other drugs, and prosecutors say this is a Heartland detention case. Now, the defense asked the judge for Diddy to be given a bail package, which would include posting a $50 million bail using the equity of his home. But prosecutors say the bail package is woefully inadequate. It only focuses on him being a flight risk. Now, federal prosecutors say that they have spoken to over 50 witnesses. They have sworn out warrants for cloud accounts. The search has yielded 90 cell phones and 30 other devices, including a surveillance system, and the freak-offs were corroborated. Now, meanwhile, the defense said they could tell the indictment was coming in the fall of last year. After federal agents raided Diddy's Miami and LA home in March, defense counsel took Diddy's passports, and anytime he traveled, they actually told prosecutors. That's what the defense says. Now, if you remember from our previous coverage here at Law and Crime, we had reported that Diddy was out kind of gallivanting over this summer, essentially. He was seen in South Florida riding his bike, going to the beach, hanging out with friends. He was seen in LA. He was seen whitewater rafting in Wyoming. Now, the defense says that prosecutors knew anytime that Diddy was traveling domestically, because essentially they wanted to build that trust with prosecutors to ensure that he wouldn't be a flight risk. But the defense argued the raids were frightening. Again, those raids happening in March of just this year. Now, Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, said that the March 25th raid that happened this year were frightening. He says that lasers were pointed at his children. They were marched out in front of the house with news reporters and helicopters, handcuffed for 2 hours. And again, the children that they're discussing right now is Justin and Christian Combs, who were there and present at Diddy's LA home. And they were completely innocent throughout this all. No criminal charges or anything has come about from that case. And they didn't want the raids or anything like that to happen again. At the time of the raids, his attorneys, his being Diddy's, issued a statement in part saying that the raids against both of his homes.
Hold on, chat. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? What's this nigga name? It don't say his name. Hold on. Cause this nigga's going to jail too. Here it is, chat, right here.
Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. We told you just the other day, right here on Sidebar, that the attorney who filed one of these bombshell lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs on behalf of his client, a former Diddy producer named Rodney Jones, would likely be filing another suit against.
Wait a minute, chat. That's a funny looking ass nigga. He looked like he with the freak shit. Look at this nigga, man. Yeah, he was with it. Look at him. He looked like he with the freak shit. Looking like Music Soul Trial after the money ran out. Yeah.
Producer named Rodney Jones would likely be filing another suit against Combs' son, Christian, and that has just happened. Yes, in fact, the yacht incident, which we're going to get into, was mentioned in Jones's lawsuit against Diddy, with Jones claiming in the complaint that he had personal knowledge that Christian drugged and sexually assaulted a woman. And a footnote was included that a complaint would be forthcoming. Now, at the time, I was wondering if Jones would be the one suing Christian. After all, he already sued Christian's brother and Diddy's other son, Justin. But I was struggling to figure out what would be his cause of action against Christian. Well, it turns out that Jones is not suing Christian. It is actually the woman who was allegedly assaulted by Christian.
Now, you know the word on the curb is that this one right here, Diddy's twin, the twin of Diddy, his evil twin. Well, because he the evil twin and Diddy is the eviler twin. Supposedly they be flipping hoes together. Now, that's what the reports say now, that they be sharing women and shit.
And she is being repped by Jones's lawyer. I will explain. So first, this development comes almost 2 weeks after Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by Homeland Security investigators. It's part of a sweeping sex trafficking investigation by the Southern District of New York, or at least that's what it's being reported. That's what sources from law enforcement are indicating. Now, Diddy's two sons, Justin and Christian, they were seen in handcuffs outside of that LA home during the raid. They weren't under arrest. They were merely detained while officers were assessing the situation and going into the home. But Diddy, Justin, and Christian, they have all been named in these very big lawsuits. But remember, that is civil. That is the civil arena. None of them have been arrested or charged with any crime related to this apparent criminal investigation. But our analysts here on Sidebar expect that at least one arrest will be coming soon. But now we fast forward to Thursday, when attorney Tyrone Blackburn, the man already representing Rodney Jones, filed a civil complaint on behalf of his client, Grace O'Markey. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her last name, but I believe it is O'Markey. Grace O'Markey in Los Angeles Superior Court, accusing 26-year-old Christian Combs of drugging her and sexually assaulting her in December of 2022 when she was working in a charter boat in St. Martin. So according to the lawsuit, O'Markey says that she had been working as a steward, providing food and drinks on that yacht for a 12-hour period. And she was 25 years old at the time. She believed that the trip would be a, quote, wholesome family excursion, but says it, quote, turned into a hedonistic environment, even describing rampant drug use among sex workers.
You thought it was going to be a wholesome environment. That's because you didn't know the Diddlers. You didn't know the Combses. You had never experienced the Diddlers. Well, now you on the boat with the diddlers and you finna get diddled. Twiddle diddle diddle dee. Twiddle diddle dee. Twiddle diddle dee. Twiddle diddle dee. Oh yeah, you about to get diddled, baby.
And celebrities who came on board. She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says,
Is that Tank? That can't be Tank. Cause Tank down with the freaky too. He done said it on the Breakfast Club. Hold on. Let me see. Let me show y'all. Tank. Excuse me. Hold on, chat. Tank down with the freaky too. Hold on.
Forget all that. How many dicks do you have?
What's the problem? Tank down with the freaky. He was at the freak house.
So let's say a guy sucked a dick one time.
Jesus Christ.
So let's say a guy sucked a dick one time.
Jesus Christ.
Does that mean that?
What does that mean?
Say twice. You said twice earlier.
Why are you
Guy
so
sucked a
confused?
dick twice. I'm waiting for the rest of this. A guy sucked a dick twice. Does that make him gay?
No. Here's the thing. Okay. So,
I just sucked a dick twice.
And this is twice as excessive. Okay.
Excessive.
But let's dig into it, right? Okay.
He did.
He sucked the dick once, right? And then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let me try it again.
Let me try it again. And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste.
We're not talking about chicken. We talking about dicking.
Well, you know what?
Dick in his jaw.
Dick in his jaw.
How you made a bar out of chicken and
Because
dick.
she's an artist at heart. Yeah. It's natural. It comes natural.
But it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked dick twice.
Okay. So just for the sake of your argument, that's okay. I got you.
Because the art of
Yeah, Tank down with the freaky. This nigga wildin'.
says women would have one drink, immediately pass out or start falling. It says it, quote, turned into a hedonistic environment, even describing rampant drug use amongst sex workers and celebrities who came on board.
Y'all know what hedonistic is, chat? Hold on. Hedonistic. Engaged in the pursuit of pleasure, sensually self-indulgent. A hedonistic existence of drink, drugs, and parties. Damn it. They got a goddamn an event that go on in Jamaica every year I wanted to go to. I never got a chance to go. It's called hedonism. It's the idea that pleasure is the most important aspect of life and that it should be prioritized over other values. The word comes from the Greek word hedoni, which means pleasure. Hedonism can be a way of life, or it can refer to a number of theories and practices in philosophy, art, and psychology. There are several types of hedonism. As a theory value, hedonism states that all and only pleasure is intrinsically valuable, and all and only pain is intrinsically not valuable. Hedonists usually define pleasure and pain broadly, such that both physical and mental phenomena are included. Okay. Yeah, man, they had an event every year. I wonder if they still have it in Jamaica. Let's see. I ain't never got a chance to go. That's where you go and get freaky. It's where the freaky at. The freaky in Jamaica. All-inclusive, adults-only resort, Negro, Jamaica. I know people that done went. I ain't never got a chance to go. Adults only, clothing optional, and lifestyle friendly. Yeah, that's my type of party right there. You know, Unc is the original freaky ass nigga, the 69 God. Oh yeah, theme nice. What themes they got? Unleash your fantasies. Hold on. Upcoming themes for 2025. They don't have them listed yet. Look. This nigga got a leash around his neck. You know he with the freaky. Yeah, this type of shit Diddy and them was on. Sunday, Midsummer Night's Dream. Monday, Tropical Stimulation. Tuesday, Graffiti Glow Rave. Wednesday, fetish, leather, and lingerie. Thursday, casino night. Friday, hedonistic pop culture. Saturday, 1001 Nights Affair. Yeah. Sunday, naughty nurses and doctors. Oh, okay, because they do it in different months and shit. So October through December. So this must be the weekly thing. Oh, here go the 2025. January through March 2025. Sunday, Mediterranean Ecstasy. Monday, Caribbean Night. Tuesday, Mardi Gras Glow. Of course, because Mardi Gras is between either in February or March, depending on the year. Sometimes they have it in February, sometimes they have it in March. Wednesday, fetish. They love that leather and lingerie, don't they? Speak Easy Casino Night for Thursday. So it's still casino night, just a different type. Friday, all white grand gala. Saturday, Moulin Rouge. Itchy, 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 April through June, they got Sunday night bunny fantasy. What? Bunny? Dress code, bunny ears, body suits, smoking jackets, silk, but yeah, man, it's Jamaica night on Monday. Yeah, this where you go to get with the freaky. Hedonism in Jamaica. Yeah. So when that woman said it's a hedonistic environment, this what she was talking about right here. She thought it was finna be a nice family vacation with the Diddlers. You know what I'm saying? She probably thought she was gonna do her job and everything was gonna be fine. She was gonna be paid handsomely. She was gonna get tipped handsomely. Oh, but she got a tip. She got a tip, didn't she? She got the tip of that dick. That what happened. Yeah, she got the tip of Diddler Jr.'s dick. That's what happened. Look, right here.
She believes that the alcohol on the yacht had been laced with drugs because she says women would have one drink and then almost immediately pass out or start falling over. This is, by the way, something that it was also alleged in Jones's lawsuit that Combs would spike the drinks of different people.
No matter who you
Come on YouTube with the motherfucking ads and shit. Yeah, they was spicing drinks. Hold on. They was spicing drinks with this shit right here, chat. This shit right here, chat. They was spicing drinks with this shit right here, chat. It's pink cocaine. Yeah, right here. This is what it is. This shit got all the shit in it. It's a hallucination. And it causes euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. Yeah, that's what it is. This has got the ketamine in it. You know the ketamine is the ketamine part of it is the hallucination. The MDMA, that's ecstasy. Caffeine, that's gonna keep you woke. And they got strawberry flavoring so it tastes good, and pink food coloring so it look good. It's inviting. Who don't like the color pink? Pound Town just left Pound Town. Pussy pink, booty hole brown. Who don't love the color pink? I love the color pink. 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. It's all about the pink. Who don't love pink? I love pink. I wear pink. You see Cameron? He had this thing where he wore pink with the pink mink. With the man, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know Cameron had the Cameron made pink staple. This nigga had a pink Range Rover stuff like look. Yeah, who don't love the color pink? Who don't love the color pink? Cameron pink. Hold up. Yeah, who don't love the color pink? Look at that right there, boy. Cameron had a fly-ass Range Rover. I'm going to give me a Range Rover one day. This is my favorite model of Range Rover. I love that body style right there. Hold on, chat. Wait a minute, chat. We're going to leave that right there. We're going to close hedonism. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. What's the name of this shit? State property. State property 2 Cameron. Nah, that ain't it. This it right here. This it right here, chat. This it right here.
Gentlemen, good evening. How y'all doing? You alright? Nigga, you think you gonna rob us in a pink fucking robe? Nigga, that's your fucking money. Alright, y'all right? Don't kill me tonight, fam. You right? Y'all right? Fucking dad, George Jefferson. Alright. Gentlemen, have a good night, man. Give everybody my love from the rest of your crew, man. Alright? I'll count this green money in our pink SUV. Good night, gentlemen. The fuck out of here. Yeah, alright. Okay. The fuck out of here.
Yeah, man, pull up, hop out a pink Range Rover with a chopper in your face. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Is that Christian Combs had been staying at a villa on the shore, but that he would come onto the yacht in the evening to party. And on December 28th, 2022, Christian reportedly arrived.
Look at that. He looked like a freak-ass nigga, don't he? Making faces just like his daddy did. He looked like a freak-ass nigga. You know that nigga down with the freaky.
Very intoxicated, and then proceeded to pressure Omarki to take shots of tequila. She did. Christian allegedly tried to get her to drink more in the yacht's makeshift studio. Omarki.
Hold on, chat. We talked about this last night. Now you listen, you see that the bitch say he forced her to take shots of liquor. Listen.
Shots of tequila to party. And on December 28th, 2022, Christian reportedly arrived very intoxicated and then proceeded to pressure Omarki to take shots of tequila. She did. Christian allegedly tried to get her to drink more in the yacht's makeshift.
See that? He pressured her. That's a crime, chat. Coercion, chat. But hold on, chat, cause we got some breaking shit going on that I was waiting for. Here we go. This live right now, chat. This live right now, chat. This is P. Diddy trafficking indictment bail hearing. I thought they already denied the nigga bail for the day. That's the report said. I guess he going in again. I don't know. We finna find out though. We finna see what's going on with the Diddler. I know they not finna let him out. I went over last night in my previous stream. I went over the several reasons why Diddy is not gonna get bail. So right now I'm waiting for them to come on and let us know what's going on there outside the Manhattan Court of Appeals right now in New York City, and we are waiting to see what's going on with Diddy. I don't know who Jesse Weber is, but he gonna break down the Diddy bond hearing. That's not his lawyer, cause his lawyer is something Snuffleupagus, Nick Tatopoulos, Dopalopino, or some shit like that. So that's not the lawyer. So I don't know who this nigga is. Oh, he worked for Law and Crime. So Jesse Weber worked for Law and Crime. Okay. So yeah, we about to see what's going on with this. They about to come live and let us know what's going on. But yeah, man, in my stream last night, this morning, I told y'all Diddy is not gonna get bond. I'm not a judge. Did he do it? Did he did it? Or did he done it? Yeah, did he do it? Did he did it right here in a chat over here? Did he do it? Did he did it? Or did he done it? Now look, like I told y'all this morning, this nigga not gonna get bail. And I showed y'all the several reasons why he's not gonna get bail, because in order to get bail, you cannot be a flight risk and you cannot be a threat to the community. Now, up until this point, Diddy has done everything that he needed to do to not be considered a flight risk, and I give him his credit on that. But the problem is, he's a threat to the community. This nigga is a threat to the community. Hold on, chat. Yeah, man, this nigga, wait a minute, chat. Let me, because I don't need y'all to see my information. I'm finna put y'all on a different screen real quick. Yeah, man, this nigga is a threat to the goddamn. Oh, okay, I'm already signed in. All right, hold up, chat. Yeah, this nigga's a threat to the community. Shade room. Yeah, he's a threat to the Oh, okay, so that must be in the bond package. So they haven't gave a verdict on his bond yet, but they are proposing for Diddy to be on bail, and he promises to have no female visitors. Nigga might as well stay in jail for that. He'd get more pussy in jail. What the fuck is Boosie talking about? I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew bitches out for threesomes, he just freakier. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. If that's the case, if you've been flued out and had sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of the women reading this. And trafficking, hell nah. You're a celebrity. You gotta fly pussy in. How else you got get the pussy? You're never in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off at this nigga like he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for doing basically what so many other entertainer has done. Hashtag I disagree. What it say? Looks like Boosie isn't feeling the charges that Diddy is up against right now. Man, Boosie need to shut the fuck up. What's the difference with Playboy Mansion and Hugh Hefner? They were there willingly. They saying Diddy drug bitches. That's why. You can't drug bitches. You can't give them drink that make them get freaky. They have to want to get freaky on their own. What the hell is this Quincy talking about?
He did this letter to your father. Did you guys ever link up, come to any type of...
Yeah, we cool now.
Okay.
I just talked to him.
My bad, chat. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
A couple days ago, he was congratulating me on the album.
That's good.
But this isn't I think we got just a cool relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not he tends to try and do the dad thing a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's that's not really where we're at in life. We homies more than anything. We're let's go do something. You know what I mean? And I feel that's kind of where we're getting at now, is actually knowing that we two grown men. You know what I mean? We can talk about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about anything else.
Right. He was apologetic, which he took accountability, which I think is that's hard, because I think we see this parents who feel like they made mistakes and they weren't doing what they should have been. You publicly did this letter to your father. Did you guys ever link up, come to any type of...
Yeah, we cool now.
Okay.
I just talked to him a couple days ago. He was congratulating me on the album.
That's good.
But this isn't I think we got just a cool relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not he tends to try and do the dad thing a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's that's not really where we're at in life. We homies more than anything. We're let's go do something. You know what I mean? And I feel that's kind of where we're getting at now, is actually knowing that we two grown men. You know what I mean? We can talk about anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about anything else.
Right. He was apologetic, which he took accountability, which I think is that's hard, because I think we see this parents who feel like they made mistakes and they weren't doing what they should have been. You publicly did this letter.
Man, that gotta be some fucked up shit for a nigga to take your bitch and your kid. Cause that's what happened. Diddy, yeah. That's what happened. This nigga Diddy took Al B. Sure kid and his bitch. That's what happened. Hold on. Al B. Sure, Diddy. See, Diddy took Kim Porter from Al B. Sure. Diddy and Al B. Sure were friends and he took his girl. The nigga took his girl and his motherfucking kid. What? Yeah. That's some cold-blooded shit. You got to be a cold-blooded motherfucker to take a nigga bitch and his kid. I don't want no goddamn kids of my own. What the fuck I look like taking another nigga kid? Take that, Playboy. He gonna be with me now, Playboy. I'm a raising Playboy. He gonna be a diddler, Playboy. He coming up with me, Playboy. I got you, bitch. Take that. I don't know what they want from me. Yeah.
It does make sense. He probably knew what was coming, man. But you seen what Albie Short said? Him insinuating that Diddy had something to do with him getting in the coma?
Man, I don't know if Diddy capable of doing that. If he capable of...
Gene Deal know goddamn well what Diddy is capable of because he worked for that nigga for several years and helped him cover up his crimes. And I promise you, Gene Deal ass is gonna be us some paperwork. The police go talk to this nigga. Watch what I tell you, the feds go talk to this nigga because he been on the Art of Dialogue running his motherfucking mouth. He know too much information. He know where the bodies is buried. You got to give it up. That's always something you got to give up. If you want it, you pay, you won't. So it's something you got to give up to get everything you want.
Or blowing people's cars up. If he capable of giving, what's that guy named Machine Gun Kelly, drugs to have him butt naked in the window dancing. That's his own artist said that. I ain't making this shit up, bro. You ain't hear his artist say that? Machine Gun Kelly said, yo, the nigga gave me something, I smoked it. It was called the Snoop Doggy Dogg. They told me only take 4 hits. I took more than 4 hits. I was butt naked and dancing in front of his window. I was like...
Whatever kind of reefer they gave Machine Gun Kelly, I don't want none of it. Let me tell you something about Unc. Unc love to get high. I love to get the highest of the high. I'm talking about so high that I'm on an airplane. I'm talking about so high that I'm in a space that I just want to float in the atmosphere above Earth. So high that I can look down at the planet and see all the colors and the water and the clouds. I'm talking about that high. I'm talking about I like to be so high that I'm just chilling in space next to Mars like this, looking down at everything. That's how high I want to get. I love to get high, okay? Love to get high. But I don't want nothing that's going to have me so high that I lose control of myself. I don't want nothing that's going to have Unc dancing butt naked in the window. No, sir. You can keep that. That shit too strong for me. And that's why Unc ain't never drunk liquor because I don't want nothing that's going to make me not myself. I want to be in control of myself at all times. I don't want to put nothing in my body to have me where the next day I got people telling me, man, you know what you were doing last night? Yeah, nigga, man, you was tripping, boy. You got naked, nigga. You got on the table. I don't want no parts of no shit like that.
Is he capable of doing that? Yo, anything is possible, man. But I would wonder, how did he get that close to Al to give him anything? Or who did he give something to get an Al to make that happen to him? You know what I mean? Because, him and Al never been the best of friends. He had motherfuckers think that he had adopted Quincy, and he never did. Al was never out of his son's life. I knew Al way back in Mount Vernon. He used to wear leather pants and 100 degrees. I was fucking with Al. I knew it was way back then, though, man. Al a good dude. A good dude. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So if Al got something to say about that's happening to him and Puff has something to do with it, trust and believe he gonna have evidence to substantiate that Puff did that shit. Either he gave him something or sent something his way.
But what was the beef between Albie Shore and Diddy? Like, why wasn't they on good terms?
The nigga was dating Kim. You understand? That's his kid's mother. And they was cool. They was friends. Misa and Kim was cool. They was all in that Uptown family, Uptown Records family. How you gonna date the mother of you my man, you cool, we all be around each other, and you dating the mother of my son? Alan never go try to date Misa. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, that ain't cool, man. But you can tell Albie Shore, he don't like Diddy, man. You can tell he got a disdain for Diddy.
No, he don't. He don't. Because Andre Harrell did some snake shit, and nobody never know why that he was doing this. He was giving all the props to Diddy from artists like Jodeci, Mary J. Blige. He was making like that he was the protege that brought them to the excellence that they were. The way they dressed, all that shit, that was Devontae. Their music was Devontae. But Diddy got all the credit for it. Why was Andre Harrell doing that?
Okay, Fred, time to find our perfect apartment on Zillow.
So according to Gene Deal, of course we already know Diddy was on the sucker shit with the hoes. Apparently Diddy was Drake before Drake. Up there taking and fucking on niggas' bitches and shit. Yeah. But we knew Diddy was a hoe ass nigga. We knew it. He got in position or whatever in Uptown Records and shit. Where my lighter at? I got another lighter around somewhere. But yeah, man, that nigga got in position in Uptown Records and shit and started feeling himself. And he had Andre Harrell had his back. And he started getting that power and that money. And that nigga saw Kim Porter, who was a fucking beautiful woman, by the way. Rest in peace to her. Let's look at Kim Porter. Oh my God, this was a gorgeous black woman. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God, gorgeous. Look at that. That was a beautiful black woman, and this nigga had her killed. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my God, fucking gorgeous. Look at this. Look how pretty that woman was. Yeah, man, if Diddy didn't have the position he wouldn't have got nothing like this. Oh, this nigga's a player. He got Kim and Cassie on his arm in this picture. I ain't never saw this picture. If he was a real player, he wouldn't be in the position he in right now. Look at this. That's the twins. Kim Porter is the mother of these two little girls right here and this guy right here. I don't think she his mama. No. Wait, no. Cause Misa is the mother of the other light skin. Christian. She the mother of the other light skin. So I think Kim is Kim all four of they? Is all four of they mama? I don't know. Gotta be, cause she in the picture with her. Yeah. Gotta be. And she had this light skinned nigga with Al B. Sure. Don't he look just like Al B. Sure? And this nigga look just like goddamn Diddy, boy. That's Diddler's twin. And these two little girls, the twins, they look like Kim. Man, rest in peace to her, man. That was a beautiful fucking black woman. Look at this. Beautiful black woman, man. And Diddy. Look, there go the twins. They grown now. They grew up to be beautiful black women. I'm not saying that in no perverted way, because they kids. I'm not, look, Unc 40, I don't play them type of game. Them are little girls to me, but I'm just saying, they grew up, this was them, and then they grew up to be beautiful women just like their mother. That's all I'm saying. That's it, that's all. Unc don't play them games with the kids. I don't have no weird case I can be around. Man. Beautiful black woman. See if they start talking yet. No, they ain't start talking. Nah, they ain't start talking. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, so they not really finna say nothing till 2:30. They not finna say shit till 2:30. Yeah, man, Kim Porter was a beautiful black woman, and that's this nigga's daddy. This nigga's mama right here. Kim Porter is this nigga's mama.
Under any type of...
Yeah, we cool now.
Okay.
I just talked to him a couple days ago. He was
And shit, you can't be mad at her, because who knows what the fuck Diddy told her behind the scenes. See, that's the thing. You know, a lot of times, look. Don't get me wrong, right? Me personally, in a lot of cases, I believe in blaming the bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Because the bitch really supposed to hold it down. The nigga couldn't fuck if the bitch didn't let him unless he took the pussy, right? Which that don't happen in most cases. Now, in a situation with the Diddler, he might have took the pussy when it came to Kim Porter. I don't know. But then again, she might have willingly gave it up. But we gotta stop acting like these bitches ain't gullible and easy to go. Look, this is what I'm saying. And I ain't even finna put it on the women. Joe and them talked about this on their last pod, right? If a man is a sniper like myself, right? He has certain things in his toolbox, certain tools that he pull out and use when he's in the midst of women. You understand what I'm saying? Every man got their tool that they use. I ain't talking about between the legs. I'm talking about, like, for instance, personality. This nigga might be funny. This nigga might be smooth. You know, this nigga might be a good talker. Everybody got their thing that they do, right? And so in certain situations, you have to have discernment and know when not to use those tools. But you got a nigga like Diddy or a nigga like Drake, if he come around and he see your bitch and he like her, this nigga he walking in the room with the toolbox. Cause there might be some bitches in here. He walking in the room with his tools in his hand. Who the fuck can I finesse and sweet talk? And yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the type of nigga Diddy and Drake is. They come in with the toolbox in the hand, trying to see which bitch they could take. And that's not right. That's not right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Hold on. We finna get back there. Yeah, they was talking about Wendy Williams. Not everybody miss Wendy Williams. Fuck y'all. Hold on, Chad.
Studio. Omarky alleges that Christian kissed her neck, kissed her face, as he groped her legs, breasts, and private areas. Omarky reportedly told Christian, quote, "Excuse me, you don't touch my legs like that. I'll move my legs where I want to. If I want to do this, then I will. You don't touch my legs like that." Omarky then says that she told Christian she couldn't stay with him unless it was approved by a supervisor, all of whom she knew would be asleep at the time. So this was a way for her to get out of the situation. She claims that Christian said, "Who can I talk to? I'm going to say I requested you right now." Omarky then says she responded with, quote, "Well, you can take your hand off my ass for the first thing." Omarky says that she tried to go back to her work, but Christian found her again, wanted her to find him a place to sleep for the night. So she ended up taking him to the cinema room for the yacht, which doubled as a place for people to sleep. And she claims that is when Christian blocked her and groped her, took off his clothes, tried to force her to perform oral sex on him. She says that she was able to fight him off until someone came in. Now, the lawsuit goes on to say that Omarky told the yacht captain what happened the very next day, but he didn't believe her, didn't do any sort of real investigation. She says the captain retaliated against her for months after the alleged assault before ultimately firing her in May of 2023. Now, aside from her account, aside from a potential other witness, right, the person that allegedly walked in on this, what proof is there that this happened? Well, she reportedly has photos of the bruises that she says were caused by this event with Christian Combs. But she also claims that in that studio, during that first interaction at the time, was Rodney Jones, that former Diddy music producer I mentioned, the one who is suing Diddy. He's known as Little Rod Jones. Remember, he had been basically living with Diddy while the two worked on his latest album. As we discussed on previous sidebars, Jones made multiple allegations against Diddy in his own lawsuit, saying that there was rampant drinking, drug use, sexual assault during Diddy's parties. He claims that he was groped by Diddy, that he was the victim of sex trafficking as he was forced to engage in sex.
Now, I don't know Diddy, and I can't speak to what Diddy like. But if that's what Diddy like in men, Diddy had to be fucked up. You can't tell me that this the kind of woman you like. I don't know, I guess because it's opposites. You can't tell me that this the kind of woman you like. Oh my God, this motherfucker here so fine. This the kind of woman you, well, no, yeah, boy, she got them freckles, boy, she pretty. This what you like. This what you like. There's Misa, that one there baby mama. Hold up. Daphne, this 50 Cent baby mama. She was on Diddy team. Look. Yeah, she was down with the Diddler. He definitely got a type, as you can see. Yeah. Hold on. Where the other one at? Right here. Here she go. Boom. This the other one. It's one of his other ones. This Gina right here. This Gina. She fine the motherfucker too. Oh, I didn't see this picture last night. A nice little booty. Hey. So yeah, so you telling me that that's what you like in women, and when it come to men, you like this? What?
Sex acts with sex workers. He even claims that Diddy groomed him for homosexual sex and facilitated for him to be sexually abused by actor Cudi.
Oh, that wasn't Tank. That was Cuba Gooding Jr. We know Cuba Gooding Jr. down with the freaky. Hold on, chat. We know this nigga down with the freaky. Wait a minute. Look. Pleads not guilty to charge of forcible touching. Yeah, we know Cuba Gooding Jr. Yeah, he down with the freaky. Following the encountering on June 13th, 2019, Gooden was arrested on the charge of forcible touching, the filing reads. A few months later, he was charged in 2 additional cases as more women came forward to accuse him of abusing. Oh, man. Yeah. Of course he on Diddy boat. That nigga down with the freaky. He with that taking pussy shit too. I never understood that. The unk ain't never took no pussy. They either gave it to me or I paid for it. But I ain't never took no pussy. Jesus Christ.
Cuba Gooding Jr. He also claims that there are hours of audio and video footage documenting Diddy's alleged crimes and misconduct. And according to Miss Omarkey, Jones taped this event with her. Yes, the lawsuit provides transcripts of audio recordings, and these audio recordings purportedly show, or you can hear, kissing sounds, her telling Combs.
I want to see what this chick look like. Because I'm sorry, not to say we shouldn't believe women, chat, because you definitely should believe women, even though some of them bitches be lying, but you should definitely believe women because it is rampant in hell all over the world of mistreatment of women, sexual assault, and shit like that, and Unc is not down with none of that fuck shit. You receive pussy, you don't take pussy. You are given pussy, you do not take. You don't take. Bitch say, no, that's the end. She say, stop, that's it. You hit the bitch with the Heisman. Oh no, I don't think I'm ready to do this right now. Bitch. You hit the bitch with the ludicrous. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Cause you're not finna hit me with no motherfucking charges. No, the bitch said stop. She said stop. Look, I said that. Look, if Unc ever get a lot of money, I'ma have a bunch of cameras set up everywhere where I'm at for my protection, though. Not for no blackmail purposes or recording no freakouts, but for my protection. Your Honor, see, right here at 10 minutes and 43 seconds, the bitch said, yes, daddy, come get this pussy. See, right here, Your Honor. You hear it? I got it's clear audio. Wait, listen, jury, listen right here. 10 minutes, 43 seconds. Yes, daddy, come get. Look. See, right here at 10 minutes and 40 seconds, I asked the question. At 10 minutes and 43 seconds, she answered it. Listen, we're going to start it right here at 10 minutes and 39 seconds. So I'm saying, what's up? You ready to do this? Yes, daddy, come get this pussy. See? Right there. Right there. She said it right there. 10 minutes, 43 seconds, right there. Yeah, nah, you ain't getting me. But, yeah, definitely believe women, not just black women. Don't believe white bitches, because them the number one. They lie on the nigga so fast. Now, white bitch, you can't believe no white bitch off the rip because you never know what a white bitch motive is. But most times in the case of the black women, believe black women. So I'm not saying that whatever that this didn't happen, but I want to see what the bitch look like because I want to see if this bitch even worth groping. I want to see this hoe. It might not have no pictures of the bitch. I want to see this hoe. I know the hoe got an Instagram. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna find this hoe. Is this the bitch? Oh, her page private, chat. Oh yeah, she playing games, chat. She done put out that lawsuit and said, fuck that. Damn, I want to see this hoe. Because I remember when this happened. I don't think we're going to be able to find no picture of the bitch, chat. I want to see how they, which granted, when you intoxicated from what they say, especially the shit that these niggas on, I'm pretty sure RuPaul looked good. So, yeah, I wanted to see the bitch to see if she was worth groping, but I guess it don't matter because shit, when you on drugs and fucked up, you gonna, is this the bitch? Is this the hoe? Oh shit, that might be the bitch. Wait a minute.
Diddy Combs, as a co-defendant, alleges that his son Christian King Combs sexually assaulted a woman working on a yacht chartered by his father. The suit
What? Wait a minute. That ain't the bitch right there, is it? No, that ain't the bitch. She ain't no stewardess. That can't be the bitch.
chartered by his father. The suit filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court says Sean Combs created the circumstances that led to the assault and paid to cover it up afterward. It's the latest in a series of lawsuits accusing the producer and music mogul of sexual misconduct, and it comes amid a federal sex trafficking investigation and created civil lawsuits. He said in the suit that Christian Combs would find a place to spend the night. Assault in the ship's movie theater, which was used as a spare for a market gig, was during last week's.
They're not showing what I want to see, chat. I'm trying to find a picture of the bitch. Is this the bitch? Is this the bitch, chat? I don't know. And then I can't even see no face. Yeah, I really want to see what this hoe look like. I don't think we're gonna find it though, chat. They might have her shit concealed from the internet because of all this shit that's going on. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to see what the bitch look like. right, chat. Let's get back to this. Oh, we watched that already, right here.
Not to touch her. Her allegedly asking about whether she was drugged. Now, we haven't heard these tapes here on Law and Crime yet, but if they are what they purport to be, that is a huge piece of evidence.
Things happen. Things are changing.
Talking a civil case, we're talking lawsuits, the burden of proof is much lower than a criminal case. It's just preponderance of the evidence, more likely than not that this happened. So the civil suit accuses Christian of assault, battery, sexual assault, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. They're a big part of this lawsuit. She goes into the mental anguish that she has gone through, the emotional harm that she has suffered as a result of that. That's important in order to prove damages. And by the way, she is claiming unspecified damages, so she hasn't put a number amount on it. But Diddy, let's go back to him. He is also named as a defendant. He is accused of aiding and abetting Christian's behavior, as well as having premises liability because he was the leaseholder of the yacht. Now, premises liability means that you have a duty to keep people on your property safe from injuries. We actually saw a lot of that same kind of theory in the Jones lawsuit when he was talking about this shooting that happened at Chalice Studios, and the owners and occupiers of that studio should just be as responsible as the people who allegedly engaged in that shooting that he was present for. Now, by the way, not sure if these new allegations could play a role in a future federal criminal prosecution of Combs. We're talking so much about the investigation into them. It could be that this is just an isolated incident here and could not be part of a sex trafficking charge. Although I do wonder if this Christian Combs incident or alleged incident could be part of a potential RICO or racketeering charge.
You goddamn right they're going to introduce that shit. Goddamn RICO. It's criminal organization. It's continuing criminal organization. You goddamn right they're going to put that in there. Because that's a part of the fucking sex crimes. Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act. Yeah, you niggas is a criminal organization and you're traveling around the world drugging and R-wording bitches. See what this shooting shit about. They said something about Lil Rod talking about a shooting.
Yeah, man, that's a wild situation, man. And he's also alleging that,
and this is why Diddy is not gonna get bail, because he had a history of motherfucking violence.
Diddy and his son Justin shot a producer named G, and they told him not to say anything and say it was a drive-by.
Right.
You heard about that, yeah?
And that's the whole thing about it. When Diddy told the people that was in the I guess at the studio that time, that said that it was a drive-by. This is what the little girl, not a little girl, I'm sorry about that. Her name is Tiffany Red. Just what she was speaking about on her thing, bro. She was saying, like, in order to get in that studio, you got to be buzzed in about 3 or 4. You got to get buzzed in 2 or 3 times. There's no blood coming from the outside to the inside. He got pictures. I saw the pictures. He got pictures of all the blood and everything in the bathroom. He took pictures, bro. Now, Diddy is messing with an investigation of a shooting. If he told people to lie and tell the cops that it was a drive-by, and then he had people that he had hired, the people that he knew that was cops and there's friends of his that came in, that talked to the people, that's instruction. Was it instruction?
Obstruction. Obstruction of motherfucking justice. That's exactly what it is. Obstruction of motherfucking justice, chat. And I showed y'all last night in the motherfucking indictment, this nigga has obstruction of justice charges. Hold on, man. I had the whole fucking indictment open last night. The actual indictment. Let me find it. Hold on, chat. Obstruction of motherfucking justice. A crime happened and you either paid or intimidated a motherfucker to not say what happened, to not tell the truth. That's obstruction of justice. This it right here. Wait. This it right here. Obstruction of motherfucking justice right here. Right here. Is this the one? Yeah. United States versus P. Diddy. Boy, when you got the United States against your ass, it's different if that shit say the state of Texas versus the state of Arizona versus the state of Florida versus. This shit say United States of America. Nigga, the whole country on your ass. And they got a lawsuit against all 5 of them niggas. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, PD, and Love. Nigga, boy, that mean if I ever got in some shit like this, that shit would say United States of, well, it's actually 6 people. Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, PD, and Love. If that was me, that shit would say Flight Dog, Flight 69, OG UNC, 2 Chain Timmy, goddamn it, Pimpin'. Shit, hold on. Obstruction of justice right here, right here, right here. Sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of motherfucking justice. Forced labor is making a motherfucker do some work that they don't want to do. In this instance, the son in the room with the stewardess trying to get her to give him that word. She said, that ain't the work that I came here to do. I came here to serve you, but not like that. I didn't come here to do that. You need something from the kitchen? I can get you something from the kitchen, but I don't need no dicking. I don't want no licking. Get your hands off my thighs. I understand I'm thicking, but this ain't what I came in here for. I'm not right for the picking. Yeah. Obstruction of motherfucking justice. Something happened. Hey, don't tell the police. Here go $50,000. Because I don't need whoever shot this nigga to go to jail. So everybody get some money. Give me the tape. Go. Hey. Go get the tape. Yeah, obstruction of motherfucking justice. Right here. That's what obstruction of justice is.
As I mentioned on a previous sidebar, when I laid out potential.
Wait a minute, hold on, Chet.
He's instructing of justice when he's trying to interfere with an investigation. He could be charged with that. Because nobody was ever found in the shooting. So that case can still be open because that kid was shot. Obstruction of justice, that's what it is. He obstructed justice because whoever shot that kid in the bathroom, well, it was Justin or Diddy.
And you think that this nigga ain't snitching in the case? I just told y'all that I promised that this nigga has given statements in the case. Either he done gave statements as a witness or he done got a proffer because he was complicit and they threatened to charge him. Cause he know too much. You think he ain't snitching when he just sat here on the motherfucking interview and told who shot the boy in the bathroom? Lil Wolf? Ain't that what he just said? Now the fact that he said Lil Wolf and not Wolf, that must be Wolf's son. Y'all don't know Wolf? Hold on, not that right there. Y'all don't know Wolf, chat? Wolf was Diddy's shooter, and Wolf got killed in Atlanta. His last name Jones? Yeah, this nigga right here. He got smoked by one of Big Meech mans. Yeah, he got killed in Atlanta. This nigga right here. This pretty ass light-skinned nigga right here. Now, word on the curb is this is really Christian Daddy. Hold on, chat. They say that this nigga Daddy on the low. I spelled that wrong, but it don't matter. They gonna pull it up. No, not Christian. I don't know which one of them niggas these niggas' names. Not Quincy. Justin. Yeah. This This it right here. They say that this nigga right here, this pretty light-skinned nigga, they say that's really this nigga daddy for real. But I don't know. I wasn't there. I just know that this nigga mama pretty in the motherfucker. Let me tell you something. If Wolf is this nigga's daddy for real, I'm not mad. Because this is his goddamn mama. I just showed y'all this mama right here. Oh, my God. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? I'm sure she ain't look like that back in the day, but goddamn it, still. God damn. Little Asian persuasion. Look, that bitch got a matching set and everything. Look. Bitch got freckles. Man, shit. I ain't even mad at Wolf. But this Wolf right here, he got in a shootout with Meech and them in Atlanta and shit after the strip club. He was old tender dick ass nigga. Yeah, he was old tender dick ass nigga, and they got into it about a bitch. Yeah, and he got his ass killed outside a nightclub. God damn it. Hold on. Yeah, man, BMF smoke. Here you go right here. We're gonna get to that next. Gene Deal know everything. This nigga know everything. Hold on.
One of them did it. Because 3 of them went in the bathroom together. G, Justin, and Diddy. One got shot. Unless the kid gonna say he shot himself. But Diddy still up.
Okay. Now that I heard what he said. So he's saying that Justin, that's Lil Wolf. Okay. When he just said them names, I don't know who G is, but he said G, Justin, and Diddy went in the bathroom. So G is obviously the nigga that got shot. Right? Hold up.
Shot himself. But Diddy still obstructed Justin and did it. Because 3 of them went in the bathroom together. G, Justin, and Diddy.
Okay, so when he say Lil Wolf, he referring to Justin. So it would make sense that obstruction of justice happened with Justin because that's Diddy's son. So obviously they got into it about something and Justin popped the nigga and goddamn it, Diddy obstructed justice to protect his motherfucking son. I mean, can you be mad? If I had a kid, I would obstruct justice too. Like, let's be for real.
One got shot. Unless the kid gonna say he shot himself. But Diddy still obstructed justice because he had everybody, he told the people in the studio, he told all the people, and he lied and paid everybody off to lie. He probably paid the guy off who got shot and said, yo, man, listen here, take this money and say that it was a drive-by. So if the DA wanted to get him on something.
Nah, Unc ain't gonna front to you now. One thing I'm gonna do is keep it real with you on here. You feel me? Because I appreciate you watching the nigga and everything, taking your time out your day to give me your attention. So one thing Unc ain't gonna do is lie on this motherfucker, right? And I often like to put myself in these situations and ask myself WWUD. What would Unc do? Well, I ain't gonna front. If you shoot me for the right amount of money, I tell the police it was a drive-by. Now, I got smoke with you forever. Not saying that I'm gonna retaliate or no shit like that because Unc got more sense to be spinning and sliding. Because I don't want to go to prison for the rest of my life because that's what's gonna happen, especially in 2024. Your ass gonna get caught. They may not catch your ass today, tomorrow, next month, next week, or next year. But your ass gonna get caught. And Unc ain't trying to go to prison, so I ain't spending and sliding on nothing. But for the right amount of money, I'll go and tell him it was a drive-by. You goddamn right, but I need my money right here, right now in cash. Or else somebody ass going to jail. Because if I ain't got my pistol on me to where I can retaliate on me, see, that's the thing. if I can't retaliate immediately right then and there, I'm gonna leave it alone. Because anything outside of that is premeditated. See, if I got it on me and some shit go down, I can kill you right now. Pop, 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 self-defense. Heat of the moment, you see he got a gun, he got a weapon, he pulled his weapon, I pulled my weapon, I won. But if a nigga shoot you and you get away and you come back the next day, that's premeditated in every way. And your ass going to prison for a long stay. And they don't play. That's somewhere I don't want to lay.
That's enough right there. That's a criminal act. That's an open case. But the police know it's a lie anyway. You know why?
Why's that?
Any of those studios and anybody that have insurance on a facility have to have surveillance cameras a certain amount of feet away from your facility. So if it was a drive-by, they would have to go to the videotape and the surrounding videotape. So they knew that was a lie. But because he had the money and he had the cops on his payroll, nobody did nothing about it.
Wait, I'm gonna have to stop Gene Deal right there. That's the end of it anyway. I'm gonna have to dispute that a little bit, because even if the cops know it's a lie, if they show up on the scene and the victim is saying it's a drive-by and the witnesses is saying it's a drive-by, right? If it ain't no video evidence to prove otherwise, then you have to accept the statement of the people on the scene. And that's just what it is. If the victim themselves is saying, hey, I don't know who shot me, it was a drive-by. Everybody in the studio, man, we don't know what happened. We just started hearing gunshots. Next thing we know, man's fell out. The police can't just come up with their own goddamn assumption of what happened. Now this right here is about Wolf. The guy I showed you. This pretty ass, light skinned, tender dick ass nigga. Where he at? Where he at? Yeah, this nigga right here. Supposedly, Justin Daddy. Yeah, this nigga right here. Yeah, this pretty, this light skinned, pretty tender dick ass nigga. It's always the light skinned niggas. This tender dick ass nigga right here. Now, supposedly he was a gangster though. He was with the shit. He was just tender dick. That's all. You can be gangster and tender dick at the same time. Two things can be true. Two things can be true. What? What's all these people? So anyway, yeah. Two things can be true. You can definitely be gangster and be tender dick at the same goddamn time. And this was Diddy's mans right here. And he got smoked by somebody in BMF. They ain't never, they know who was on the scene when the nigga got smoked for the most part, but they don't know exactly who smoked him. They had Meech on trial Meech was on house arrest because they was trying to convict him of the shit, and Meech, being the real nigga that he was, he took the charge because he know that he wasn't the one that killed Wolf, right? So because he wasn't the one that killed Wolf, he knew the police couldn't charge him. They was going to eventually let him go, and he was the only one that they had on the charge as a suspect. So he was like, shit, I know I ain't do it. I'll go ahead and take the heat, and goddamn it, he end up getting on house arrest for the shit. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, man, they smoke Wolf down in Atlanta, man. Tender dick over a bitch, man. Boy, a bitch will do it to you every time. But I think it was his fault, because all he had to do was just let the hoe go. If the hoe chose, let the hoe go. Men, if the hoe chose, let the hoe go. If you're going to let the hoe come back, let the hoe come back. But don't continue to trip on the bitch that's whack. Don't go trying to fight the nigga. That ain't what that is. If the hoe chose, let the hoe go.
During a situation with BMF,
right?
Which he ended up shooting first, and they returned fire, ended up killing him. I was actually with I actually ended up being flown out by BMF like right around that time, and I was at Big Beach.
Boy, Diddy gonna tell you, not Diddy, Vlad gonna, shout out to Vlad, but Vlad gonna tell everybody and their mama that he got flew out by BMF now. Vlad gonna let you know that he got flew out like a hoe. Vlad wants you to know that he was a hoe and he got flued out. Oh yeah, BMF flew me out. Oh my God, it was just so much money and cars. And when I saw all of this, I said, oh my goodness, this absolutely cannot be legal. Something illegal is going on here. It's too much money going on. I was in the club with them and they were popping bottles and they were throwing massive amounts of money. And I just knew something wasn't right. And I said, okay, I need to get as far away from these guys as possible because something is going on here. Every time.
Meech's house while he still had the ankle monitor. And from what I understand, which was kind of crazy, was, the standoff happened. Big Meech and those guys in self-defense ended up killing Wolf. And then once Big Meech gets off house arrest, Puffy throws him a big party.
Bruh, I don't know where you get that part of it from, man, but we were all cool. You understand? Terry was more friends with Wolf, but Meech partied more with Wolf because Terry didn't really do all that partying and stuff like that. So I even spoke to Meech about this in Cancun. This was about some gangster shit, some like this girl knocks Wolf hats off in the club. She was actually pregnant by Wolf. You understand? Pregnant and Wolf thought it was his and he was trying to get her to get rid of it or whatever like that. But she was with this other dude and she 3-4 months pregnant by Wolf. So she's with this other kid fronting with this kid when she actually really wanted Wolf. She comes, knocks his hat off, he grabs up. So Meech says something to him, but when do you start talking to Wolf, like that? You understand? Or whatever the circumstance situation was. But see, what people don't know was Puff was putting a battery in Wolf back, talking about, I don't need you no more. When I do this Universal deal, I'm gonna give you $300,000 and leave you the fuck alone. Wolf said, you could never leave me alone. You understand? He said, but them guys ain't tough like you think they are. So he putting a battery in this kid's back. I'm listening to all this shit right there, but Wolf don't care. He said, yo, them niggas ain't like that. I'm telling you. He ain't like that. You understand? Puff was talking about, I don't need you no more. I don't need you no more. You understand? I'm good. So whatever happened to them in Atlanta, happened to them in Atlanta. Wolf decide to, when they come outside, he shoots at Meech and them, which caught Meech in his buttocks. If you get caught in the buttocks, you're going in the opposite direction. So you didn't want it. Meech ain't want to do nothing to him because Meech had enough people and he had enough crew outside that he could handle that stuff. But the dude who got close to Wolf was the dude who killed him that he put down with BMF. It was his dude from Brooklyn that he put down because he needed some money. He was a shooter. Yo, Meech, look out for my man. Put him on your payroll. You need somebody to do work for you, just like that. Whoop they whoop. He did that. You understand? And that's the dude who shot him in Riz.
You hear that shit? You hear that shit? Now that right there is a perfect example, chat, of a nigga is only loyal to the last motherfucker who fed him. A nigga is only loyal to the last motherfucker who fed him. Wolf is the nigga that put him down with BMF. But because BMF, Meech, was putting money in his pocket, he a shooter, so I'm sure that's what he is for motherfucking Meech. Meech is the one paying the bills, so now he going against the nigga that put him down with Meech. A nigga is only as loyal as his last goddamn meal. These niggas, they did. That's why I wrote. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Just a lot
his
of
own man.
A lot of tragedy, a lot of sadness.
Right.
G&D, I appreciate you coming in and sharing your story, man. I'm sorry for your loss. With Big, especially, being there and seeing the events unfold and having to deal with, what you could have done a little bit differently, or had you done this or that, and having to basically live in your own head for all these years, because it's been 24, almost 25 years since Biggie's passing, and he's bigger than ever. You know, it's as if he's still here. You still hear his songs on the radio. You still people referencing him. People are still discussing him. And he really, you know, I mean, although there were other artists on Bad Boy, really, I feel like he was the root of the Bad Boy tree. And everything that happened after him, I felt was based off his success and based on what he put in.
Somebody would say that, but if you were there from the start, you know, the root has to start with a seed, and the seed was Craig Mack. You understand? True. And Craig Mack started the success, and because they patterned themselves after some of Pac shit, to be honest, they became famous from it. You know what I'm saying? That Pac formula. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing about it is that, man, I think my show, Cooking and Conversation, has helped me. You know what I'm saying? Meet people out here, talk with people. You know, I met a lot of great people that has helped me where I don't have to sit on nobody's couch and, you know, tell them my stories and shit like that, that I can get on here and discuss things.
Hold on, chat. They're coming on live with the Diddy shit right now. Here we go, chat. Here we go.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our special coverage of Sean Diddy Combs' bail hearing part 2. I'm Jesse Weber. So after the rapper and producer was officially indicted by the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York on 3 charges yesterday: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by fraud, force, and coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. What happened yesterday afternoon? Well, Judge Robin Tarnofsky denied Combs' application for bail, pretrial release yesterday. Now, that is not the end of the story. Why? Well, his defense is fighting this. And look, they had offered a $50 million bond to be secured by his property in Miami, home confinement, GPS monitoring, but the judge was not persuaded. The judge was more persuaded by the government, who said that Combs should be denied bail. They argue that putting aside the heinous nature of these allegations and the weight of the evidence in this case, everything from sexual abuse, violence, intimidation, acts of kidnapping and arson, but really where it came down to is that Combs had allegedly been tampering with witnesses, reaching out to people to get them to not cooperate with the government. So now, Combs' legal team has appealed this decision to a different judge, who reportedly will now oversee the remainder of this case. U.S. District Court Judge Andrew.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Hold on, chat. I don't have premium. Hold on, chat. It's because I'm coming right back, chat.
Again, there are no cameras in that courtroom, but we will update you. There's going to be people inside the courtroom. We're going to let you know the latest. And I will also tell you that just minutes before we came live, the government, the prosecution, submitted a letter to the court as well. And it's interesting. It's really interesting to hear why they say that his bail, again, should be denied. And I will have a lot to talk about with this because we are learning a lot more details. For example, during the course of the defense's letter that they submitted today, they have also provided, it's 124 pages, it's much longer than it was yesterday, but they have submitted correspondence between them and the attorneys from the United States Southern District, the United States State Attorney's Office. So I have a lot to get into. I want to bring on right now, as we wait for these updates and hear what the judge will decide, I want to bring on former prosecutor and attorney Nima Rahmani to talk more about this. Nima, thank you so much.
I'm telling you, chat, they're going to deny this nigga again. Watch what I tell you. They're going to deny him again.
Dates, and if anything happens, I'll let our viewers know. I have to talk about this. I have to talk about this, okay? So this is the prosecution's letter. And in this letter, again, where they're saying that he should be denied bail, they quote a lot about what happened yesterday. They quote Judge Tarnofsky, who said there are also indications in your history and characteristics that I think are a reason why the presumption in favor of detention has not been rebutted. And I can get more to that, but there are new allegations in here that I have to talk about. So first, and this is quite shocking. I'm going to go towards the end of it. They say that, I'm just going to pull it up right now, that, where is it? The fact is, You know what? I'm going to find that in a second. Oh, yeah, here it is. So it says, finally, it bears noting that within the first 24 hours of this case's unsealing, so we're talking about what happened yesterday, there are already new concerns about witness interference as well as interference with a fair trial based on the defendant and his counsel's attempts to publicly discredit one of the victims. And they talk about how yesterday, during the bail argument and a subsequent appearance on CNN, defense counsel for Sean Combs impugned the allegations made by a statutory victim challenging the motivation and timing of her claims. The government therefore requests that the court caution the defendant and counsel not to violate, and they talk about a specific criminal rule. It seems, I think that's about extrajudicial statements. So the fact that now the prosecutors are going after Combs and his attorney about what they did in the last 24 hours as more reason for why he should not be released. What do you make of that?
Well, Jesse, when you're talking about detention pre-trial in federal cases, really taking a step back, it's really appropriate when someone's a risk of flight or a danger to the community. It sounds like the government's focused their attention on that danger component. Obviously, we know that Diddy has almost unlimited means. He's reportedly worth $1 billion, has access to private jets, but, you know, in the 6 months after the raid, he didn't take off. He reportedly moved to New York to prepare for this arrest. So it's really that danger component. And I think what the government's trying to do is to establish that this is someone who can't be trusted if they're out in the community, because they know that an appeal of a detention order from a magistrate judge to a district judge, in any case, it's reviewed de novo, which means for the first time for those of us who are watching. So really what the magistrate judge did yesterday doesn't really have any precedential effect here. And they need to convince this district judge, Judge Carter, that there's no condition or combinations of conditions that can guarantee Diddy's appearance at trial. So whatever they can do to show witness tampering, obstruction, intimidation, that's all helpful for their detention argument.
And by the way, but the defense's argument would be, and they made several arguments yesterday, that he showed up to New York, you know, he surrendered his passport, he has not fled the country, he was waiting for these charges to happen, he's been cooperative, they put together a bail package. You know what else they submitted today? And I thought it was really interesting, Nima. Yesterday, I think their letter was, I'm going to say 14, 16 pages. This one is now accompanied by exhibits that makes it 124 pages. So they seem to be submitting more evidence in favor of why their client should be released. And what they submitted was a selection of communications, email communications between them and the prosecutors. And in those communications, they indicate that Combs gave his passport to his lawyers, and they informed prosecutors for the past few months every time he was making a trip. So if he was going to Wyoming, or whether or not he was coming to New York, or he was going to California, the fact that they were having those communications and saying, look, we're not hiding, we're letting you know exactly what he's up to, I thought that was interesting, and whether or not that additional information will persuade this judge.
It was interesting, and normally it doesn't happen like that, because normally the time between a raid and an arrest and an indictment, usually you're talking about days or weeks. Now, obviously, some defendants do self-surrender, but having prosecuted drug trafficking, human trafficking cases, sex trafficking, normally those types of defendants that are looking at mandatory minimum sentences in federal prison, they're not afforded the opportunity to surrender, and they're certainly not given $50 million bail packages. So the question is, if the judge does allow for some sort of bail, is Diddy being treated differently than other criminal defendants because of his fame, his wealth, and his celebrity status? But
well, can I push you back on that? Let's say, for example, I think the $50 million bond package is to suggest this is impactful to me, right? This is what I can put up of a showing of good faith. Maybe if it's somebody who doesn't have $100 million or $500 million, and they put up their house or something like that, it's a signal of what they can put forward to say that, you know, this is a finding in good faith. I will show up to every court hearing. I will not violate the terms. I will not be a flight risk. Wouldn't that be sufficient? You know, I think it's relative, right?
Well, it's relative, but again, it's not just about flight. And that's why I think the government's focused on the danger. This is a presumption case. This is a presumption of detention statutorily for these types of offenses. When Diddy's arrested at his hotel, reportedly, there's a pink powdery substance that's likely 2C, which is an illegal narcotic. So, this isn't someone, again, this is the former prosecutor and me arguing the government's case. I understand.
Yeah.
I think the defense has actually a decent shot, I think, of getting this overturned on appeal. I don't think it's a black or white case, but usually, me, we've been doing this a very long time. I usually bring that prosecution perspective.
That's why I love having you on. I get both perspectives. And to be clear, that pink substance was revealed yesterday during the hearings. Now, I want to let everybody know we have an update. So we have an update for you. Sean Combs, he's at the defense table. And remember, there's no cameras in that courtroom, so we're going to do our best to kind of give you a visual of what happened. He's at the defense table. He's in a black shirt, not an inmate uniform, might be wearing the same clothes that he was wearing yesterday based upon that courtroom sketch. Two U.S. Marshals are seated behind him, and they're waiting on Judge Andrew L. Carter. We don't know how long this hearing will take, but we're going to provide everybody updates as it progresses. I think we also have with us criminal defense attorney Natalie Whittingham-Burrell to talk about this. So Natalie, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on, for joining Nima and I. So we're getting also questions from our followers on YouTube. So if you have any questions right now for either me, Nima, Natalie, please submit the questions. We have a question from Gunn on YouTube. Natalie, I'll submit this to you. How long is Combs expected to stay in jail? Until trial?
Yes, if his bail status doesn't change today, he would stay until trial. If there's some type of change in circumstances between now and the trial date, if he is held, his attorney can file for another bond review, but more than likely he would be held until the trial date.
Natalie, what do you think about the chances that this appeal, having another judge, presumably the judge who will oversee the remainder of this case, determining what the issue of bail should be? Do you think that this judge will be more receptive to Combs' arguments and say, you know what, he should be released pending this trial?
It really depends, because Combs is in an interesting position. He's charged with a sex trafficking crime. And under the federal government, that comes with a presumption of flight risk and dangerousness because of the legislature. They looked at some research that said that people that are traffickers are more likely to take off running and not come to court. And so his attorney needed to rebut that by showing with some evidence that he's not dangerous. And that's what they had a really hard time with at the hearing yesterday. So I don't know what new evidence he's going to present or refine in order to show that Combs is not dangerous, because he was really more focused on the flight risk part of it during the hearing and not the dangerousness assessment. So he'll probably get that together this time, and maybe that will give Combs a chance at release.
Before you came on, we talked about how in the latest filing from the defense, the letter that they submitted to the court, there's all of this correspondence between them and the prosecutors talking about what Diddy's been doing, when he was deciding to leave the state, that he submitted his passport to his lawyers. I want to let everybody know something. From this letter that I'm also reading from the government, that was a response, and basically, again, reiterating why they believe Combs should be denied bail. And this is the section that talks, the defendant poses a risk of flight, Natalie. And it says, both at argument yesterday and in the press, the defendant has emphasized his supposed cooperation with the government, including his willingness to surrender. The court should take that argument for what it truly is: attorney-crafted theater designed to convince this court that the defendant can be trusted and is not a risk of flight. Make no mistake, the defendant's recent behavior shows that he cannot be trusted or controlled, particularly now that he is facing serious charges that carry significant penalties. And one of the things they say is, at least in or about January 2020, when the defendant was unquestionably aware of the criminal investigation, the evidence shows that he is engaged in multiple freak-offs. So these are what we learned in the indictment, although for anybody who's been following this case, we actually first heard it during the Cassandra Ventura lawsuit back in November of 2023. But he says that even in January 2024, he's engaged in multiple freak-offs, some involving the interstate transportation of individuals to participate, has continued to use narcotics, and has contacted multiple witnesses. What do you make of that, Natalie?
I think the multiple witness contact is really the big issue here, and the prosecution is right to point it out, because if he is not in custody, there's really no way to stop him from doing that. And it is alarming, because he knows that this case is coming. He knows he's being investigated. He's seen the lawsuit. He's been raided. And then he's still contacting witnesses. That's very, very concerning. It's one thing for his attorney to do a pretrial investigation or pre-indictment investigation by having an investigator of their own reach out to the witnesses. but for the party themselves to reach out to the witnesses is extraordinary and concerning for the safety and integrity of the case. So if you don't want him tampering, you might need to hold him. As far as the freak-offs are concerned, there is still a defense argument that everything that's being participated in is consensual. And when they say people being coming from one state to the other, as long as it's not for financial gain, that is not in and of itself, illegal to have someone come from another state to participate in consensual activity. So that's going to be something that the defense will have an easier time arguing against at the hearing, but not the contact with the witnesses.
Right, because those are commercial sex acts, right? So when you're talking about someone being paid or something, a promise of value of something given as well. A couple of things to note about this. I'm going to go back to this paper in a second, but we've noticed something. A couple of updates for you. So it says first, so the hearing has officially started. Apologize for the noise if you can hear that. We'll have to figure out what's going on here. But the hearing has started. The government is arguing that these freak-offs, that they were elaborate. The defendant used narcotics, including ketamine, GHB, and others. The freak-offs were arranged with his entourage. The defendant would record these freak-offs, at least in part, to use them to blackmail. And the government also referenced an example from an alleged victim. They said that Combs was going to expose them with a sex tape and claimed that Combs drugged them. So it's reinforcing the serious nature of these charges. And also, you talked about communication. Going back to the government's letter to the court today, it says, the fact is, the defendant has personally and repeatedly contacted multiple witnesses, including at least one he himself knew was a grand jury witness. So, Nima, what do you make of this?
So I think the government's conflating two issues, the flight risk and the danger. I think everything they're talking about in that letter goes to the dangerousness, right? I mean, you could not be a flight risk because you're informing the government and pretrial services of your whereabouts, you surrender your passport, but you can still be a danger. And I think that's what this all is, If he's under investigation, he's been raided, he's still using drugs, he's still participating in these freak-offs, I think that's concerning, but especially concerning, and just like you and Natalie highlighted, it's that obstruction. It's just tampering with the witnesses, threatening them, potential violence, bribing them. Again, we talked about it. He's got a lot of money. And these are individuals who are going to testify at trial as either victims or witnesses, or who have testified before the grand jury. I think that's what the judge is going to care about the most. If this individual is out on bond for months or maybe a year or more, is he going to obstruct the proceedings in this case? And I think that's going to be a factor that goes to that dangerousness and the presumption already there that's going to tip it in the government's favor.
And to let everybody know what they're proposing, again, a $50,000 bond. This is what the defense is proposing. A $50,000 bond co-signed by Combs, his mother, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, the mother of his youngest daughter, and 3 adult sons. It's going to be secured by the equity in his home in Miami, Florida. His travel will be restricted to the Southern District of Florida, the Southern District of New York. His passport will be surrendered, home detention with GPS monitoring. He's going to restrict the people who visit him. There will be no contact with known grand jury witnesses, although, as you can see, the prosecution does not believe that. They said that he's already been doing that. Natalie, I want to go to something else as we're waiting for updates right now from the court. In the government's letter as well, and this is interesting because we're in a 24-hour news cycle here. They seem to be responding automatically to what the defense has been asserting and kind of what maybe has been in the media, because one of the charges that Combs fakes, it's charge number 2, the argument is it's only with respect to one victim. Even though this indictment references multiple victims and nobody's actually publicly identified, they seem to take issue with that. And I want to read this to you and get your perspective. To be clear, despite the indictment naming one victim in count 2, this case is not about just one victim. The government's evidence to date, including the defendant's own communications, demonstrates that the defendant has used force and coercion against multiple victims. In addition to these women, the defendant has assaulted a host of other individuals, including his employees and witnesses to his violence. For example, the defendant directed his rage towards his employees and those close to victim 1, we don't know exactly who that is, but it's possible it could be Cassandra Ventura, who had seen him physically abuse victim 1, including by throwing these witnesses against walls and onto the ground, choking them and throwing objects at them, among other things, particularly when they attempted to protect victim 1. In doing so, the defendant has demonstrated that he is not only a danger to victims and witnesses, but is also obstructive and willing to engage whatever is necessary, including physical violence, to instill fear in witnesses to keep them silent. All of this violence against victims, witnesses, and others factors into the analysis of the defendant's dangerousness. So the idea here, they're saying, yeah, it looks like one person is charged in count 2, and they seem to be acknowledging that, but they say there's more victims here. What do you make of that?
I think that I understand where they're coming from. They probably have the one victim who is willing to testify as a victim. It is more than likely Cassie. And multiple incidents of assault against one victim is enough, okay? That's more than enough. However, they're gonna have to take it on the chin that the general public is going to be concerned that you put in your letter to the court for the reasons to hold Diddy, that there's an extensive amount of victims, but you've only indicted him on one. As myself, as a defense attorney, I'm pointing that out, right? I'm gonna say you're trying to gild the lily here. You didn't see that there was probable cause as to these other victims, so you didn't indict him as to these other victims, yet you're trying to make an end run around the indictment process and have my client seem more dangerous and hold him because you're alleging other victims. That is what that criticism is about, and it's a valid criticism. However, the prosecution is able in certain circumstances to show that there is a pattern of abuse as a reason for why a certain person should be held, even if only one victim is alleged. And to be clear, these allegations with relation to victim 1, whoever that may be, are very concerning.
Very concerning. I mean, they keep emphasizing in their letter, and we heard it again in the indictment, this is sex trafficking, right? This is a very serious allegation here. That's why we talked about before the presumption of detention. Have a couple updates for you about what's happening in court. And again, if you have questions, submit them to us on YouTube. We'll answer them here on air. A couple updates. So first, talking about that dangerousness component, about why Combs should not be released. The government said that investigators seized 6 guns that were in Combs' homes. They're arguing that he had access to them. This is not about security, but dangerousness. Combs' head of security has been served with a subpoena. And one of the themes here is that even if Combs doesn't personally have guns anymore, he can get access to them.
I told y'all other people was gonna be in this shit.
That there was one commercial sex worker there in the room assault. She isn't even wearing shoes. She's in danger. So Nima, a lot to break down. First, let's start with the weapons there. The idea of his head of security being served with a subpoena, what's the move there?
Well, the move there is to get everyone to flip against Diddy, right? We know that in any type of conspiracy, including a RICO conspiracy, any of the co-conspirators, whether they're named or indicted or not, we obviously don't have indicted co-conspirators here, they're criminally liable for the crimes committed in furtherance of the conspiracy. We all know that, I mean, as prosecutors. So the government has a lot of leverage over the individuals working for Diddy. It could be someone who is doing something as simple as providing an IV, changing the bed sheet, setting up the cameras or lighting for these freak-offs, or getting the baby oil. They are all potential co-conspirators. So the government wants to lean on all of them.
I said all that in my previous stream chat, the one before this one. I said all that.
Which here is Diddy. You know, I was surprised, and I agree with Natalie, by the way, on, you know, we had 6 months. I thought this was going to be a 100-page indictment with lots of allegations, and it was pretty sparse in terms of the number of victims, witnesses identified. And with respect to the gun charges, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams got up there, talked about these AR-15s with the obliterated serial numbers. Obviously, that's a big deal, and the would-be assassin for Donald Trump. But Diddy wasn't indicted on that either. So
yeah,
pretty sparse indictment, in my opinion.
Yeah, Natalie, why is that, right? In the sense that, you know, if you look at all the allegations in the civil complaints, and it's not entirely clear how much of this criminal case is based on the allegations from the civil complaints. I mean, I did a sidebar episode that's coming out tonight where we actually compare a lot of them, and there are similarities, whether it's Rodney Jones who filed the lawsuit, whether it's Cassandra Ventura, but there's no mention of minors. Remember, there were allegations that Combs was soliciting minors. There are no gun charges, you could bring a federal charge of possession of a weapon with an obliterated serial number. A lot of the predicate underlying crimes within the racketeering case, this criminal enterprise, some of them are state charges like arson, but how come there wasn't more? How come this wasn't, as Nima said, a 100-page indictment?
Yeah. So I think if we look at it in the light least favorable to the government, you would say that just playing the average, they didn't think they had the probable cause as to these other charges. But I don't actually think that's what it is.
If you're just tuning in right now, we're currently waiting for the status of the appeal in the Diddy bond hearing. Yesterday, he applied for bond. He tried to get bond. He was denied. Okay, Diddy is a danger to the community. I pointed out in my last stream, I gave examples, I gave references on how this man is dangerous. He is violent. He's known to get physical. He will not get bond. So he is currently in court right now, and they are trying to decide or figure out whether he's going to get bond or not. And of course, the defense have presented a letter as to why he should get bond, but I don't think it's going to happen because he's already been witness tampering, and they have proof of witness tampering and obstruction of justice. So there's no way they're going to let him out to have an opportunity to mess up this case.
So I don't think that there's any evidence that minors were involved here. And I think that's why they didn't go forward with that. But I think they want to really concentrate on what they know that they can prove.
That's a good point. And by the way, another question for you, Nima, about that 2016 video, which I think is now, when that came out back in May, I think it was, CNN published it. We were all wondering, is this going to make its way into a federal case? Majority of people we spoke to said yes. Clearly it has. I mean, this is visual evidence where Sean Combs admitted essentially it was him, apologized on it.
My bad, y'all. Give me a second. And we black.
About all the other digital evidence they might have gotten as well, because in this bail package, in their letter from yesterday, they talked about retrieving surveillance footage, videos from the phones of victims and witnesses. 90 cell phones they think that they recovered. So that piece of evidence, I'm not surprised the prosecutors are really focusing in on that.
No question, Jesse, and it's extremely powerful and extremely disturbing. And let's not forget, Diddy denied all the allegations through his lawyers up until CNN got that video, and we all saw it. The entire world saw it, him beating Cassie, holding a towel. I mean, it was just extremely disturbing to watch. And I always say, people can lie, victims, witnesses, the video doesn't lie. And there's no way that Diddy's going to get around that. The question I have for the government is, what took so long, right? The raids happened in May. The raids happened at the end of March. The video was released in May. Now we're, well into September. So, were you putting witnesses before the grand jury? Did it really take agents 6 months to go through all that video evidence? Because Cassie's lawsuit was filed in November, like you said, 2023. And if we were going to base the case into Cassie Ventura, why wasn't he charged last year? So really inexplicable delay, in my opinion, by the government.
Well, and Damian Williams, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York, was asked that question and didn't really have a sufficient response to why it took that long. I mean, I think, Natalie, the fair answer would be if these lawsuits didn't come forward, if the laws were not put in place where these lawsuits could even happen, right? If you didn't have the New York Adult Survivors Act that created a look-back window by which these individuals could come forward and submit claims that were otherwise time-barred, this indictment would not be here today.
Absolutely not. The indictment would not be there. And that's why I take my colleague's comments very seriously. He's very much right. If you think about this, the feds have known about this issue at least as of November.
Okay, so look, y'all. It's a report just came out, updated at 11:14. Now, they could be dragging this, right? Because of the media coverage and the press and shit like that. But I do believe that some of this shit is real, right? So listen, it says Diddy life in danger behind bars. Former MDC Brooklyn warden claims. So this nigga ain't even the warden right now. He used to be the warden. He says Diddy should watch his back in prison because a former warden at the facility he's in says there are a whole lot of inmates who would see killing him as a badge of honor, which is true because them niggas behind bars ignorant like that. They look at shit like, shit, if I kill Diddy, I'd be that nigga because I'd be the one that known as kill Diddy. I don't know. It's a twisted way of thinking. I don't judge. You know, it is what it is. As you know, Diddy's currently being held in MDC Brooklyn, a notorious federal detention facility in New York City without bail. Sources with direct knowledge tell us Diddy's being held in the special housing unit away from the general population. That's known as the SHU. I told y'all last night that he was gonna be in protective custody. That's all the SHU is, segregated housing unit. The SHU, that's all protective custody is. They put you in a motherfucking cell by yourself. Hold on, I don't want to miss no updates. Hold on real quick, chat.
Of this case. And the government also just half a dozen of escorts who claim that they have participated.
Diesel Clean is now available in a
My bad, chat. I had to figure that out, man. That jumpiness. Hold on. I don't want to miss no updates because they updating live by the minute what's happening.
So long, I think. They were concerned that some of the victims and the reasons, maybe they're plaintiffs in a civil case and Diddy would pay them off, or they would be afraid to come testify at trial. So I thought their case is bulletproof, button everything up. They were going to grand jury, and I thought we would see that in the indictment.
What the hell?
But really, we didn't. We split an indictment.
Hold on, chat. Hold the fuck on. I'm so sorry.
Based mostly on Cassie Ventura. If their commercial sex workers really have maybe the government's holding back a little bit, saving some of their cards.
Wouldn't you agree, Nima? You don't have to put everything in the indictment, specific as possible, Nima.
You don't, but you should have arrested someone in danger and intimidating witnesses and trying to bribe people and using drugs and participate. If you really care about the public and the danger to the community, someone roam free for.
My bad, chat. Shit, hold on. So act live.
Some money. These are people who are so established that they're like, I don't want my name to be associated with an embarrassment. So I'm going to tell you what it's going to really be. And
okay, so I know it's they streaming. It's not my shit fucking up because act playing fine.
If you don't want me to continue, I'll take the loss. It's fine. But I don't want to be involved with the embarrassment. So Ben Brafman looked like he had a conversation with Diddy. I don't know what that conversation was like. Looked like they mutually agreed that it shouldn't continue, and that's why he was wishing him luck. Anyway, his lawyer now is here.
But that they wanted to be there. But they also allege that they were recorded and essentially used as blackmail. Is that not true?
That's not true. That's not true.
How can you prove that when they have electronic evidence that, as they argue, over 90 cell phones, laptops, iCloud storage accounts, 30 electronic...
I don't want to be on Act Live. I want to have my own shit.
With Jexa Energy, every weekend is...
Okay, so it's they goddamn broadcast, man. Look. See, they saying in the chat over here to fix the audio. Fuck. I might have to turn on the closed captions chat. That's what they saying.
For information, that means is that they're giving people the opportunity to reach out to them and say, hey, look.
Okay, chat, we just gonna have to motherfucking... Oh, man. God damn, they playing.
Need to do this additional, thing. But it's better to have more.
Man, hold on. see if I can find this. That's what I was on. What's this? Okay, that's him talking. What's this? That nigga's audio is trash.
Okay. Emily Johnson. This is
Man, I'm trying to find.
Multiple jurisdictions, because if not guilty or there's a case that's reversed on appeal, he might be a free man right now, or at least out on bond if those California, especially when you're dealing with victims of sex crimes, you really do a day in court and the opportunity to be heard if to testify. So absolutely. Now, with respect to some of the state charges, I've been asked a lot about the Cassie meeting, for instance. The statute of limitations run on some of these charges. Even on the federal side, we're waiting. We know that RICO, you can essentially charge even state crimes for which the statute of limitations has run, but normally fall within that 10-year period. You want 2 or more within that 10-year period. So the longer the government waits, the more problematic. But I agree with you. When you're talking about additional charges, I'm not jurisdictions, Jesse. I'm thinking about additional people and kept secrets.
All right, Chad, I can't do that to y'all. Hold on, where Act at? Where Act at? We're going to go on over the Act.
I hit the Tacoma Club.
Go on over the Act.
He can't assure the government that he won't hit up witnesses, intimidate witnesses. It's the same reason why Young Thug don't get bail. The moment you hit up witnesses, and by the way, remember,
I said all that in my stream last night, chat. You cannot contact witnesses. That's the same reason why Slime is not goddamn coming home. Is people scared of that nigga, man.
made the judge say, well, we're not going to have a trial if the witnesses or the victims get killed. Right? So that's the biggest issue I think they have to prove. But how could you prove it? The state, not the state, the feds are always going to have something to counteract. Yo, Diddy will never have a phone in his hand. Well, we have proof that the last time he called somebody 54 times, he didn't do it on his phone. He did it on somebody else's phone and even said on the call, yo, I think my phone calls are tapped. That's why I'm calling you through their phone. So, like, Diddy doing that, honestly, made, they're going to use, he's threatening witnesses, trying to coerce witnesses, trying to.
So hold on, y'all. This shit say, right? So as I was talking about before when they were saying his life was in danger, so they got him in the SHU, right? Which is the segregated housing unit. Of course Diddy can't be in motherfucking general population. It's niggas that want to do something to him because especially like with the charges and then the video came out of him whooping Cassie. It's niggas that don't like that. You think them niggas in jail ain't seen that video? So anyway, it say in the SHU, Lindsay, hold on, man. I got it. Hold on. Let me mute Act. Y'all. Hold on. Let me mute Act. That shit in my ears throwing me off. So we're gonna mute Act over there. Hold on. I bet. So it say Diddy's lifestyle will be heavily regimented with just 1 hour of rec time per day and 3 showers a week. That's normal. We're told family and friends will be allowed to visit periodically, while his lawyers will have more access to work on his case. That's normal. A day in the life of Diddy. Cameron says he will receive a 6 a.m. wake-up call, at which time he would need to make his bed, mop the floor, and generally keep his cell clean. Now, in New York, there must be some different shit going on in MDC, but in Dallas, your ass got to get up at 4. God damn it, down there at Lulu, shit. Fucking 6 a.m. But the whole thing I'm tripping on, what fucked me up, was the mop the flow part. When the last time you think Diddy mopped the motherfucking flow? Can you imagine going from being the richest nigga, billionaire, got your own jet, fly wherever you want, hoes all over the place, hoes and niggas of your picking, whatever you want, whatever flavor you like, whether you want it in the top or the bottom, the front or the back. You can tell your chef to go make anything you want. You can eat. Most of us, on a normal day, we eat what we can. We might eat what we have a taste for, but a lot of us don't really eat what we have a taste for on a daily basis. Because sometimes what we have a taste for, or our preference, might be expensive. Like a nigga can't afford to eat steak and shrimp every day. Even though I don't eat seafood, that was just an example. You understand what I'm saying? But when you got money like Diddy, you literally could eat what the fuck you want every day, multiple times a day. And you go from that, you ain't mopped the flow since you were goddamn 13 years old. And now you gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and mop a motherfucking flow? And you know he going through withdrawals? Because Diddy is a functioning drug addict. I told y'all that. I told y'all this nigga is a functioning drug addict. Mark my word. We're told he'll receive 3 meals per day, that's normal, adding up to 1,800 calories daily. Do you know how small portions and bullshit food that is? 1,800 calories a day. We supposed to have 2,000 calories a day. You can go get a motherfucking meal at McDonald's that's 1,500 calories by itself. All of which will be prepared early and will wait in a warming box for them to be given to him, since he's not in general population, meaning the lackluster prison food won't be particularly fresh when he receives it. Well, hey, that's what happens when you're in the shoe. You don't eat when everybody else eat. You get your special treatment. You get your celebrity treatment. Diddy has access to a commissary where he can buy smaller goods like candy, coffee, tea, cheese, and also larger items like sweatpants, sneakers, and a radio. He gonna need all that shit because he gonna be in there for a while. I promise you, they is not gonna give this nigga bail. James Carusoros, attorney to the rapper Casanova, who spent time in MDC Brooklyn before he was sentenced to 188 months. He's a dumbass nigga. Last year for racketeering, same shit they trying to get Diddy for. How long is 188 months? Ain't that shit like 15 years or some shit? I was so disappointed in Casanova, but who the fuck am I to be disappointed in Casanova? You don't give a fuck what I think. 188 months this nigga got. And I'm so disappointed because I found out about this nigga through his Breakfast Club interview. Had no clue who the nigga was. And I'm watching this interview and listening to his story and shit. And I found out through the interview that he was on tour with Chris Brown. And I had already decided that I was going to see Chris Brown that year for my birthday any goddamn way. And so I knew he was on tour with the nigga. And shit, goddamn, it seemed like I was the only one in my section who knew who the fuck Casanova was. He only had the one song. Fuck boy, it all right. Where you go? Boom, boom, boom. Yep, 15 motherfucking years. Surely it's 15 and a half years. Tells TMZ conditions in the prison are even more dire than they sound. Kusuros says regular fights and assaults break out in the prison itself. And in the shoe, he says Diddy will have very limited amount of access to the library and the phone. JK says it's harder for visitors to come and see people in the shoe because it takes a long time to get up to the shoe. And the prison doesn't allocate more time, so even with regular visitation, Diddler will still likely not see much of his family. So basically, that nigga in there 23-1. Player. 23 and motherfucking 1. All in all, this sounds like Diddy will be living a pretty isolated life unless he is allowed out on bail soon, which is not finna motherfucking happen. What's on your front page? That's it. TMZ ain't got no update. That nigga not finna get bail. I pointed out in my last goddamn shit why he not gonna get bail. Niggas a danger to the community. Shit like this right here. You don't get bail. You don't get to do this and then get bail. That ain't how shit work. That ain't how shit work. What act talking about?
What the fuck? I've never heard nobody take this drug. Gamma hydroxybutyrate. It's a legal drug that's it's a party drug. Never heard party drug? What is it used for?
He ain't talking about nothing. Let's see if they got this goddamn audio together over here, man. Playing motherfucking game.
Let's get real.
Playing motherfucking game. We trying to find out what's going on. Okay, so they still streaming, but they stopped talking because the audio fucked up. The audio fucked up, so they stopped talking. But yeah, man, I told y'all, Diddy not gonna get bail, and this is why. Shit like this. Shit like this. Shit like this right here. This why he not gonna get bail. Shit like this right here.
Instead of an entourage, Combs got a police escort to jail Monday. This after the 45-year-old reportedly swung a kettlebell at UCLA football strength and conditioning coordinator Sal Alosi. Combs' son Justin is a junior at UCLA and a redshirt defensive back on the team. The music and fashion mogul can be seen here, his hands cuffed behind his back as he enters the Twin Towers Correctional Facility in Los Angeles. No one was seriously injured in the scuffle, but Combs was arrested at the university's Acosta Athletic Training Complex for assault. He was later transferred to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. The university later upped the charges to 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, 1 count of making terrorist threats, and 1 count of battery. Combs' camp, however, expects the charges will be dropped. A statement on Combs' Revolt TV website.
Nah, look, let me tell y'all something I learned not too long ago, because they charged this nigga with 1 count of a terroristic threat. Did you know that if you say shit like, man, I shoot this bitch. If you say, man, I shoot this bitch up, that's a terroristic threat.
Site reads, quote, the various accounts of the events and charges that are being reported are wholly inaccurate. What we can say now is that any actions taken by Mr. Combs were solely defensive in nature to protect himself and his son. We are confident that once the true facts are revealed, the case will be dismissed. It wasn't odd for the elder Combs to be seen around the athletic complex. In a statement, UCLA football coach Jim Mora called the altercation, quote, an unfortunate incident for all parties involved. Just a day before, Combs posted this picture on social media.
Man, that nigga ain't getting that. That nigga is not getting out of there.
Remember Diddy was saying, remember Diddy's lawyer just said, we played it. Diddy's lawyer literally said.
Wanted to be there. So I feel very confident in the indictment.
Here we go.
To the hallway. But let me tell you what
Will
happened.
that be used as evidence in court, do you think?
100%. 100%. So what I said in court today, and I'll say it again here, is the two of them were in a hotel. It was just the two of them in a hotel room.
Ooh, see? This is what I'm saying about these fucking interviews he's doing. He says the two of them were in a hotel, just the two of them. What does the prosecutor say? We have evidence there was one commercial sex worker there in the room. This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, why are you talking to the press? Bro, like, why you talk? Like, clearly Diddy ain't tell you the truth, or clearly maybe you should no comment it until you get to court. You're going on national TV saying it was only two of them in the room. Now that, like, you know when the prosecutor says, we have proof that there was a commercial sex worker in the room, they probably have the commercial sex worker as a witness, right? You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, whatever this guy's doing, y'all need like a PR person. Like, if a PR person says it, cool. The lawyer, like, you want the lawyer to be just focused on the facts. Because when the lawyer is now saying things that the government is saying opposite, and they're saying they have proof, while you, like, it looked like you're going off what Diddy told you. And then, you know what?
Nah, this nigga Diddy had them weapons. They was building ARs. You see the stocks right here? Y'all see that right there? Yeah, they was building motherfucking ARs. Yeah, they had serial numbers scraped off and everything. Motherfucking 100-round drum. No, that's a 60. That's a 60. I want one of them bitches. That's a 60-round drum. Yeah. They was building them motherfuckers. That's crazy. Okay. We didn't deal with Lawrence Ray's case. Magistrate Judge Fox ordered detention even on one victim, but the judge found that corroborated by documentary evidence. Judge, anything else? AUSA, a few more things. Judge, how many? AUSA, 3 minutes. Okay, they updating from inside the courtroom live. He twice called a victim on November 19th. He received a text from this other person. In response, it reads, I feel like I'm reading my own sexual trauma. 3 pages, my experience. Wow, the defendant called her and gaslit her, trying to convince her it has been consensual. He repeatedly said he was not supposed to be speaking on the phone. He tells the witness not to text him. The defendant said if support, nothing to worry about, money. If money what you need, bitch, I got you. Just say it was consensual, bitch. I ain't supposed to be talking on the phone. Don't text me. But if you need money, bitch, I got it. Oh, shit. They got record of all this shit, chat. Yeah, man, this dude ain't getting out. They gonna keep Diddy in jail. They gonna keep Diddy in jail until it's time for him to go to court. And they gonna, of course, try to file for a speedy trial. But that don't necessarily mean they gonna get it. Traveling to New York does not address danger to the community. That's what the fuck I said last night, chat. I am here seeking detention. This is what the AUSA is saying to the judge about Diddy. Even though his motherfucking ass came to New York and cooperated, he's still a danger to the community. That don't change that fact. That don't address that he's a dangerous person. He contacted witnesses and one victim. He called a bitch 137 times. Only women do that when a nigga don't answer his phone. Or they got some information to call a nigga 145 times. The AUSA, the assistant U.S. attorney, say, I am here seeking detention. But I take note that the bail package does not have enough conditions on that focus on obstruction. And it couldn't. He's been involving other people. His bail package couldn't focus on the fact that he obstructing justice. Because it ain't just him. It's other people that could. We gonna see a superseding indictment, people. Mark my words, we are going to see a superseding indictment. More people are gonna be put on this case. More charges gonna be added. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. I told y'all last night that Diddy is a danger to the community. He's known to be violent. All throughout the damn, look, man, all throughout this, I can't search on here. The other one I had open, I could search. for keywords. Man, I'm gonna need to find that other one. Cause yeah, that other one I had, I could search for keywords, man. And all throughout, look at this. That nigga, look, man, it was yesterday. He like Marlon Wayans. Hold on, chat. There it is right there. There it is. Look. All throughout this motherfucker. Physical. Violence. Abuse. Yeah, pattern. Yeah. They ain't gonna let this nigga out. He's a danger to the community. He already threatening bitches. AUSA, the defendant should be detained pending trial. Judge, defense, Combs lawyer Mark Agnifilo. Let me start with Miss Harper. I was called by her and her. This Miss Harper, that's Kalina. The one he called 175 times. The day after dawn, Diddy Dirty Money, the group he had with him and the two chicks. So, both of them was skinny, but the skinniest one, the lighter complected one, she filed a lawsuit against this nigga the other day. And soon as she did that, Diddy called the other girl, Kalina, the dark-skinned one, 217 times. Yeah. So let me start with Miss Harper. I was called by her and her. This is what Diddy lawyer saying. That he was called by Kalina and her lawyer. I said, do what you want. Make a statement or not. I later find out that she did. That nigga's a gangster, ain't he? Do what you want. I said to do what you want. I was called by her lawyer. I said to do what you want. I don't care what you say. I wanna go too far. Dirty Diana. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, Diddy not getting out, mark my word. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm looking at what's in my face. It's common sense. It's two things that you have to qualify for to receive bond. And that's, are you a flight risk? That's, are you a danger to the community? Diddy did his best to cover not being a flight risk. That's why the government knew every time he was traveling and everywhere he was going, he was smart. He knew what he was doing. His lawyers prepped him. Okay, listen, this is what we're going to need to do. Because we already know that the shit they got you on is going to be hard to get bond. It's going to be hard to get bond. So we got to make it real good for him. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to play by the, you know, and you got to, you know what I'm saying? And so Diddy did that. But it didn't work. Didn't work. Why is Lucci trending? Oh, they tried to say YFE and Lucci were dead. Okay. Alright. He in jail. I don't know why I was thinking about that other Lucci boy out of Fort Worth. I forget his name. That other Lucci boy. Y'all know who I'm talking about, that other Lucci boy. What his name? Fort Worth Lucci. What his name? What that Fort Worth boy out of Lucci? That Fort boy. It is Lucci from Fort Worth. Let's see. Lucci. Not him. That YFN Lucci. Lucci Fort Worth. Solo Lucci. That's the nigga name. That's the nigga goddamn name. Solo Lucci. I don't know why I was thinking about him. But no, they were talking about Wifey and Lucci. That nigga ain't dead. Quit playing them games. That would have been some breaking news, though. Hell, I thought he was supposed to have been out by now. I don't know what's going on with that. And we waiting on an update from Inner City Press. They are inside the courtroom right now, letting us know what's happening with the Diddy case. Why did that shit do that? I don't know why it went in that order. They have directly contacts with victim in November 2023. Constant contact with witnesses to the charged conduct after subpoena before government interviews. Two of these examples are there are communication between a defendant and a witness. 13 contacts. Basically, when he realized that the government was on his ass, he started calling people. AUSA. Here are some texts between Diddy and somebody. When you get fucked up, you knock me around. I'm not a rag doll. I'm someone's child. Say we have witnesses who witnessed the injuries. This conduct happened behind closed doors in houses, hotel rooms, and cars. And the judge was concerned about that shit. Man, hold on. How do I put this shit? 1 minute ago. Combs' second lawyer, Terry Garner, Miss Harper felt she was being besmirched. I'm going to have to look that up. We did speak with her at 2 a.m. on the 11th. After speaking, what would be the reason for Mr. Combs to continue contacting her? She was concerned she was in the media. Oh, these niggas up here lying. What the fuck is bewildered? Not bewildered, beheaded. Besmirched. The fuck is that? She was besmirched. Shit, that's Chicago shit is merch. Damaged the reputation of. Okay. Use these big ass words. Damage the reputation of someone or something in the opinion of others. Okay, I just learned the word besmirched. Nigga, don't try to besmirch me. Fuck wrong with you? Nah, I had to slap that nigga. He was trying to besmirch me. Nah, for real, it's merch. You can't besmirch. You can't besmirch. It's merch. She feels she was being besmirched. Besmirched. How the fuck I fucked that up that fast? Besmirched. You can't besmirch me, bitch. Try to besmirch me. It's merch. There it is. Besmirch. Yeah, chat. We on top of it. We waiting. Rubbing hands like Birdman. Yeah, playboy. Yeah, playboy. Rubbing hands like Birdman. Finna see what's happening. Cause I told y'all this nigga not gonna get bail. And I know I'm right. See.
A not so great defense case right now, right at this current stage. They're having a really hard time getting their client out of jail. However, there is this concept in government regulations that's called regulatory capture, where you're supposed to be, as a member of the government, regulating something, but the thing you're supposed to be regulating sweet talks you, and so you don't do your job. For example, you get gifts and nice phone calls from the opposing side, and so you don't do your job. In a way, what was happening here was a manipulation. It looked like a manipulation from defense counsel. Here's every
chat. Got to update chat. They proposing some NBA YoungBoy type shit, where the head of Sage Intelligence is in court. What's Sage Intelligence? That's obviously a company. Private investigation. Hold on. Oh, okay, it's a reporting module. Wait a minute. Well, either way, they proposing that Sage Intelligence personnel, that all former law enforcement will be monitoring the resident of Mr. Cone 24/7. They will have 1 or 2 employees there at all times. So basically, they are proposing that they're trying to get house arrest. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get Diddy on house arrest, and they're saying that it's gonna be former police officers there all the time to monitor this nigga. They're gonna have a visitor log, so they could keep track of everybody that come and go, and they got to be pre-approved to come in, and they got to give the list to the court so the court can approve it pretty much, and Diddy won't have no cell phone, he won't have no access to the internet. That way, no witness intimidation, completely nullified. Now, the only problem with that is you can have a visitor. And what is the police go sit there and listen to y'all conversation the whole time y'all talking? And then you give the visitor the information. Because if you got people that love you and shit like that, then of course you can have somebody that's close to you that can get access to get approved for the visitors list to get up in there for you to give them the information, and then they could leave and then go past the information. Because see, at this point you do shit old school, the way they did it. No, they don't play telephone. You pass messages in person. Hey, this person, shoo. Simple. So that way it ain't no miscommunication on what you want to happen. Hey yo, take such and such out. And then they go tell the other person, hey, we gotta take out such and such. Yeah. Yeah. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Especially when you got niggas like Justin Combs making diss songs. He need to shut the fuck up. He gonna sink his daddy too. Justin Combs diss song. You got this nigga making songs. What did it pick a side? Hold on. Right here. Right here. Suck my dick. I dare one of you niggas scream out no Diddy. Fuck that nigga up. I dare one of you niggas to scream out no Diddy. He down the ride for his daddy. You think his daddy can't pass him a message to give to somebody else? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This nigga got money and power, man. Money, power, and respect. The Locks made that while they were signed to Puff. Yeah. Yeah, the Locks made that while they were signed to Puff. This nigga, he dry snitching. Look at this. And this shit whack too. This shit whack as hell. Talking about we really outside. Don't give a fuck about no blogs cause we really outside. Pull up to the south side, we locked and we got ties. Don't give a fuck about no blogs cause we really outside. What this shit he said when he bought the house next door? That nigga said this shit somewhere. Police raid the crib like we selling crack. We ain't doing that. Hold on. This nigga said something about they bought the house next door and the feds didn't know. Here it is. Knocked the walls down like when them Fetty's boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they missed. And the fucked up thing is he wasn't capping. They really had the one next door. But that's the one that was on the boat with the girl, but his ass going down anyway, so it don't even matter. So, 1 minute ago, having sage intelligence on site will do what we have to do. Even 3 there. If don't believe that Mr. Combs' actions in coming to New York are only about risk of flight, it shows he is deeply respectful of the court's authority. He is responsible. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. They's not finna let that nigga go. Cause it's not even the black judge can't be the one to, you know what I'm saying? The black judge can't be the one. That's just like with the Colin Kaepernick situation. As talented as he was, he deserved to be on the football team. But which team wanted to be the first one to say, okay, yeah, we're going to give him a shot? Nobody wants to be the first one. Nobody wants to be the first. They'll do it after you do it. But nobody wants to be the first. I done experienced it. Jumping up, defending motherfuckers and putting my nose in shit where I should have just sat back and left it alone. Minding my goddamn business and continue to worry about what the fuck I had going on and getting my goddamn money. But now I want to be Captain Save a nigga. Because this shit ain't right. So I'm going to stand up for it. Stand up for what's right. I'm going to stand up for the rights. They doing us wrong. I'm the only one complaining. Everybody else feels the same way, but I'm the only one willing to speak up. And then I'm the one who gets fucked over. Yeah, no. Fuck all that. Not the kid. So again, the point of that is, who wants to be the first? Who wants to be the one to stick their motherfucking neck out? That judge is not finna get this nigga no goddamn bond. Cause the judge yesterday, if he was gonna get a bond, they would have gave it to him. I'm telling you, mark my words, I called it last night. Now, the fucked up thing is, what I'm worried about is if they remand Diddy to jail, if something happens to him, what if he does something to himself? This nigga, I can't imagine, because I've been poor all my life. I've been poor all my life. And when I say poor, I mean like average. Like I ain't really been like po. I done had experiences through life or whatever where I've been through things with, you know, my mommy and shit like that, but not like poverty stricken poor, not like that. You know what I'm saying? I've had a pretty decent upbringing and everything. You know, lived in pretty decent areas, never lived in no projects or whatever. No disrespect to anybody who has. But I'm just saying, when I say po, you know, I ain't talking about, you know, so maybe I'm speaking from a different perspective. But even from my perspective, I don't want to go to jail. My comfort level where I'm at, I don't want disrupted. So I can't imagine being a billionaire having access to whatever you want. Unlimited reefer. The finest of the reefers. from all over the globe. You can get it from Cali, you can get it from Jamaica, you can get it from Colombia. Just the finest of the finest of reefers. Just pounds and pounds of it. You can have a reefer room. Just a room full of reefer where you can just run in there and jump like this and turn backwards and land in the reefer. Like Scrooge McDuck with his money. Hold on, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. I don't even remember the name of the cartoon. This right here. This right here, Chad. This right here, Chad. Cause if I ever got rich, it would be a room full of reefer. And I just look just like this. Boom! Right there, just like that. It just died. Just like that right there. Just like that right there, Chad. Just like that right there. It's gonna be pounds and pounds of reefer and cushion, bubble cushion, OG cushion, moon rock, and pink panther and pink pussy, and just any kind of name you could think of. It's gonna be in there. All of it is gonna be sativa or indica, whichever one that make you sleepy. I forget which is which. But the kind that make you chill, cause I like to be like this. I like to relax. I have too much energy as it is naturally. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Travis Scott. Roll up, help me calm down when I move in high speed. If I send one, I need a text back, cause you know what I need. Straight up. Yeah, room full of reefer. Just dive in it. Room full of reefer so I can dive in it and go from that to being in a one-man cell for 23 and 1. Oh, shit, man. I'm worried Diddy might do something to himself, man. I don't know if he gonna make it through this, man, because they gonna keep him up in there. I promise they ain't gonna let him go. I'm more worried about him doing something to himself than I am somebody else doing to him, although there is the threat of that, because we hear you like him young, and now he in cell block 1. I mean, cause this is the thing. You know these jails be corrupt. You know that. And then they got people who think that this right here is a pow from the higher ups. See, they think Diddy done pissed off somebody at the top. So they had to pow, right? All of a sudden, the guard ain't paying attention. Diddy on his 1. You need 23 and 1. Might be going to use the phone. All of a sudden, the guard just don't happen to be looking. Did a nigga slide up on Diddy like Jay-Z slid up on Un. You broke my heart. Poke his ass up in there. Damn, Diddy. We got an update. Can you get to the judge said, can you get to the point, nigga? He's sick of this shit. I hear all this shit you saying. I hear all this shit you saying about Diddy. I get it. You gonna have people there watching him. He want all this. He gonna activity log and people watching and no internet. All right, whatever the fuck, nigga. Get to the point. The lawyer said, it shows he's trustworthy, Judge. He's not a defendant who says, come find me in Maxwell and Epstein. Because Ghislaine Maxwell dipped on their ass. She was in a cottage in the country. They had to go find that bitch. That hoe wasn't coming in easy. The judge said, how does that relate to danger and obstruction, though? If he was aware in April, why was he contacting witnesses, nigga? A woman, the lawyer gonna say, a woman contacted him. Said she'd gotten a subpoena. We told him not to talk to the bitch. The judge say, talk to me about danger though. You're not telling me about the danger though. The lawyer say, people who are in danger are people who are contemptuous of the court. That means contempt. That means not coming, like they held in contempt, contemptuous of the court. But Mr. Combs has never been contemptuous of the court. Hold on, let me make sure I got that word right, Chad. I don't want to give y'all the wrong shit, because Unc only want to get contemptuous. Showing what? Showing contempt, scornful. She was intolerant and contemptuous of the majority of the human race. Okay, he don't like. He's not a person that show that he disliked the court. People who are a danger of the community, they don't like court. They scornful of the court. He not like that. He came to New York like, what's happening, Playboy? What's popping? I'm here, Playboy. Let's get it shaking, Playboy. Let's go to court, Playboy. Yeah. Diddy came. Diddy was ready. He came to court. Playboy. Let's see. I think we got another update. What happened? Oh, ain't nothing happened. Here we go. 23 seconds ago. He had a case in New York in 1999. He came to court every time. He shows up on time. The judge say, under your plan, would he will have employees? Basically, would he still have employees under your plan if I let the nigga go? And the lawyers say, well, I mean, they handle his finances and they in Cali. The judge say, would he be able to leave his residence? The lawyer say, nah. We cool with him staying in the crib. He ain't got to go outside. He can stay in the house. They can handle his business because they in Cali, right? He gonna stay right here in New York. He ain't got to go nowhere. He ain't gonna leave the house. He ain't gonna have no bitches. He gonna have an approved guest list, and we gonna keep record of it. We gonna have police at his house all the time. Come on, Judge. Work with me, man. Work with me, bro. Come on, man. This Diddy, he paying me a lot of money. Work with me, bro. Come on, man. What you gonna do? And the judge sitting up there like, but you not addressing the danger though, homie. How I know this nigga ain't gon'? Cause didn't he already try to call the bitch 337 times? And the lawyer said, man, the bitch called him. We told him not to talk to that hoe. Yeah, man. That 1999 case, that was that Shine case. But see, he wouldn't have did it in that he is now. See, I think once he got away with that Shine case, because he was already a goddamn demon before then. But when he got away with that club shooting, because they say he the one that really did the shit. So when he was able to get Shine to take the case for him, that was the real absolute creation of the monster right then and there. But he been a monster. He was probably a little pussy before that. He was scared of Suge Knight and them. But Diddy, he came, hey, goddamn gangster now. Goddamn gangster. But I like how this judge is handling it though, because he like, I hear what you saying, fam, but you not addressing the danger. Like, this nigga's a danger to the community. He's a danger to the community. Right there. He called the bitch 435 times. It's a danger to the community. Uh-oh. And the security, the judge say, and the security? Because the last thing he said, the judge say, would he be able to leave the house? The lawyer said, nah. So the judge say, and the security, they could be there in the house? The lawyer say, yeah, they'll be there in shifts. We could put cameras filming 24 hours a day. they could do spot checks. He doesn't use the internet. We can make it as secure as we need to make it. There are already cameras there. Duh! That's why his stupid ass in trouble right now. Who is this nigga? Who hired this nigga to be a lawyer? That's why he in there right now. They know he got cameras in there. So you saying, you offering that, oh no, we can surveil him. We can put cameras in there filming 24 hours a day. But it's already some cameras there though. Well, the cameras that's there, Diddy got access to them? Don't he have the power to control them? Can't he stop, pause, rewind, delete, loop, playback, right? Oh man, this nigga ain't going nowhere. This nigga ain't going nowhere. That's why he in trouble right now. Cause of the fucking cameras. You gonna offer to film a nigga that's already filming himself. Like shit, how that's gonna help? This shit is ridiculous. Security gonna be there in shifts. Who they work for? Who they work for? Who pay them? He doesn't use the internet. It's a goddamn lie. Just a goddamn lie. It's just a goddamn lie. You see, young boy was on house arrest. He had guards and all this other shit. He was still getting a drug, wasn't he? He had the same shit. Guest list, certain people couldn't be there. He could only have a certain number of people there. And he still managed to run a fucking prescription pill ring from the house. While he was on federal house arrest, this nigga on. You think they finna give Diddy federal house arrest the way young boy just fucked up? Yeah, man, come on. We finna see. Oh, we finna see. Oh, okay, we got some. We got. Oh shit! It's getting juicy, chat. It's getting juicy. Wait a minute, cause I'm trying to find the first one. Wait a minute. Wait. I don't know what starts right here though. Hold up. Okay, listen. The judge say, what does that have to do with him punching her, throwing a vase at her? See, I need to see. I need to find the beginning of that. Because the lawyers say they loved each other. So apparently the judge asked about him beating up Cassie. So the lawyers say they loved each other. The written messages are heartbreaking. The sex and the violence were totally separate, motivated by separate things. The way they chose to be intimate, they would bring a third person on. They chose that. And the judge say, well, what that got to do with him punching the bitch in the face and throwing a vase at the hoe? What's love got to do with that? Tina Turner shit, nigga. The lawyers say that was jealousy from infidelity. In both directions, Mr. Combs and this other person. Because he can't say Cassie. Mr. Combs and this other person. The violence is from that. The judge say, so what the fuck is your point? So he caught the bitch cheating, so that give him the right to punch the bitch in the face and throw a vase at the bitch? You telling me that make it right? Cause you still not addressing this danger part. And I'm looking at the nigga jump on the bitch in the hallway and drag her by a fucking... What you mean? What's love got to do with that? I'm confused. I don't understand. I get what you're saying about the sex and the violence. We're different. Motivated by separate things. The way they chose to be intimate is they would bring a third person. I get that. Ain't nothing wrong. If you want to bring somebody in your bedroom every now and then, you want to get a little freaky, deaky, sneaky, linky. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But what does that have to do with him punching the bitch in the side of the head and then throwing a vase at the hoe? Cause I'm confused. Them is two separate things. What does one have to do with the other? You still not addressing him punching the bitch in the side of the head. Oh, that was jealousy, man. Come on, bro. You know how that be, man. You catch a bitch texting another nigga, y'all get to arguing, then the hoe act like she wanna leave, and so she run out the door, and you gotta go get the hoe. You know how it go. You know sometimes you got to put the hoe. But bro, don't act like you don't know, my nigga. Don't act you my nigga. You know. You know sometimes you just got to put it down on the hoe. And the judge like, nah, my nigga, I don't know. I don't know what you talking about, cause we not with the foo fop family, with blam, no ma'am. He hit that 60 round, boy. 5.56. That was jealousy from infidelity. The bitch cheated on him, you were mad. They both cheated on each other. Well, you just said that sometimes they bring in a third person for the freaky dicky snicky licky. Then how the fuck is it cheating? If that's what they chose to do, where was the infidelity? Where was the infidelity? You said it like to bring in a third party for the freaky dicky snicky licky. Where was the infidelity? Bitch, you think go leak? Motherfucker. MMA on that hoe in the hallway. I swear I think I seen that nigga do the Hulk Hogan leg drop on the bitch. That nigga can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. To no woman, especially a black woman, even if she is light skinned. Can't do that. And if you go hit a light skin, well, you know what? This how I know Diddy know what he was doing. Because this is how you know that Diddy is a goddamn monster. And he knows some shit. Cassie light-skinned motherfucker. You see where he hit the bitch? In the side of her head with her hat. Cause that's how you supposed to beat up a light-skinned bitch. If you're gonna beat up a light. I don't advocate, cause in my opinion, a man that hit women is pussy. I don't care if you willing to fight niggas too, and you gangster, and you shoot, and you kill niggas. I don't care nothing about none of that. Cool, whoop-de-woo, you tough. But if you hit a woman, you pussy. Period. That's just my opinion. But now, if the bitch hits you first, I do believe in self-defense, but you don't have to be excessive. You know, I believe in open hand slap, choking and shaking. No closed fist. You don't punch a bitch like a man. But it's okay to, you know, smack a bitch every now and then. You choke a bitch. Actually, I don't even like the smacking. Just choke the bitch and shake her. Grab her hands. Like when she get to, you know how you grab the wrist and shake the bitch. Bitch, I take the bitch. Yeah. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do it. That's only in self-defense. That's why I say you gotta grab the wrist, cause it be self-defense. Bitch trying to hit you, you got to grab the bitch wrist. Shake the bitch. You wrap her up like this. Talk in her ear. Bitch, what the fuck wrong with you, bitch? Calm your motherfucking ass down, bitch. Bitch, then see, bitch, cause if it hit you back, bitch, then I'm gonna be wrong, bitch, chill out. That's how you gotta do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, that's the other shit. Oh, no, there's no. And they say you invited, and you say, the judge say, and you say they invited a third person in. If that person is a commercial sex worker, and they traveled across state lines, isn't that a problem? Woo, shit. The judge say, you say they invited a third person in. You just admitted that, nigga. If the lawyer finna sink this nigga. If that person is a commercial sex worker and they travel across state lines, isn't that a problem? The lawyer say, I've spoken with the agency. They say they are not paid for sex. But if they feel like it, that's what all hoes say. That's what all prostitutes say. That's what all prostitutes say. That is prostitute script. That is I can't think of the word I'm thinking about right now, but that's like textbook prostitute language. I don't know. I don't receive money for sex. I receive money to hang out with you, have a good time. Now, if I decide to have sex with you, then that's something different. But you're not paying me for sex. You're not paying me for sex. The former government, the judge, the lawyer say the former government of New York, he did this, and he was not prosecuted. They are prosecuting Mr. Combs for it. Well, first of all, he wasn't the former government. He must mean governor. He ain't the governor, motherfucker. And the judge say, let's get back to that video in the physical beating. Why is it that relevant to dangerousness? And the motherfucking lawyers say, it's not sex trafficking. Okay, so the video ain't evidence of sex trafficking. But sex trafficking, wait a minute. I looked it up. Sex trafficking. Hold on. Sex trafficking definition. Look. Sex trafficking is the act of using force, fraud, or coercion to compel someone to participate in commercial sex acts, usually in exchange for something of value. Now, it's already been said that the cameras from the hotel where he beat the bitch up, it proved that somebody else was in the room and there's a motherfucking sex worker. Now, what if you beating the bitch up because she want to leave and she don't want to get donkey fuck froggy style by this goddamn male sex worker that you done brought up in here, and she's sick of this shit and she leaving, and that's why you chasing the bitch. That's why he naked running down the hallway chasing the bitch. I done figured it out. She didn't feel like fucking that day, and she was like, fuck that shit, I'm out. And that nigga had to go get the whole, where the fuck you think you going, bitch? You gonna come back here and suck this long dick, bitch. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. God damn it, I done figured it out. Yeah, and see, the thing is, the lawyer trying to get away, because they talked about this already, about him beating the bitch up, like, why was that necessary? And the judge tried to, the lawyer tried to segue it somewhere else to something he could defend. And the judge said, no, okay, I get that. But let's get back to this video. Because we can clearly see that he's beating this bitch up. That's not dangerous? That's not dangerous? Man, it gotta be a way I can motherfucking. Because I'm trying to make it where his first tweets come post. His first tweets come first. Like the most recent is what I'm saying. We ain't gonna read all this shit because he's talking about he done a lot. He done a lot to earn the court's trust. I asked you to release him. Get the fuck out of here. Look, hold up. The lawyers say even if you don't trust him, trust the bond package. $50 million, no internet, Sage protection. That will give the court comfort that he is not a flight risk. Then he can prepare for his trial. We had known this was coming. He could have ran in March if he wanted to. And the lawyer said he was an actual altar boy. Like, that's how good he was. He was an altar boy. He was perfect. He wasn't doing nothing. And the judge say, how far back are you going? And the nigga say, man, he watches a sermon every day. He has done a great deal to earn the court's trust. I ask you to release him. I bet money the judge gonna say, nah, fuck that. He gotta stay up in here. I bet money the judge with all this that they saying and they not addressing the fact. Cause listen, this what I try to tell people, but they don't listen to me, right? I'm real big on words and the uses of words because I'm a rapper, right? Words mean shit, but at the same time, they don't mean to me enough to throw my life away, right? I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna anything outside of a direct threat. And when I say a direct threat, meaning you directly saying you are going to or you are about to do something to physically harm me, anything outside of that, I don't care what you say. You cannot get me to put my hands on you, none of that. My mama died in 2017. You can talk about my dead mama. You can call me whatever name you want. You can do whatever it is you want. Say whatever it is you want to say. You can say whatever it is you want to say. I'm not going to put my hands on you. Because when you go to court, you have to be justified. Now, I understand most of y'all don't even think about operating within the court system. Right? My luck is different. Whatever happened, I'm sure I'm going to go to jail and I'm going to end up having to go to court for it. So when I go to court, I want to be justified for what I did. The fact that this woman was cheating does not justify Diddy doing what he did to her in the hallway. So therefore, the danger factor is not addressed. He's still a danger to the community. He called the goddamn Kalina girl 475 times after Dawn filed her lawsuit. Probably trying to offer her some money to get her down with the cause. Don't tell him I was trying to get in your drawers. Yeah. Boy, if them walls in Daddy's house could talk, that name is studio. Let me see. Here it is. Right here. Daddy's house recording studio. Right here. I want to see an outside view of this motherfucking shit. Is that Drake? Oh no, that Irv. Oh no, that's Chris. Oh no, that's Heavy D. My bad. Heavy D. I want to see outside. Funny how they ain't got no goddamn pictures of the outside. Narcissistic behavior, PD, right there on the wall. I don't even think that, like, I done thought about a whole lot of shit I would do when I get some money. And not one of them has been no shit like this. Okay, so they don't have no outside view of the motherfucker. Alright. Go back over here and see what the judge say. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop, 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 wop. See what the judge talking about. I said it. Judge, I've heard from the parties. I find that the government have proven the defendant is a danger. Regarding the bail package, it is insufficient even on risk of flight. Sean Combs will remain detained. I told y'all. AUSA, the state's attorney, say the discovery will include photographs of physical evidence from the March searches and from this week, including freak-off supplies. There are a large number of electronic devices. Everything is about to come out. Everything about to come out. Everything about to come out about this nigga. And whoever was participating at the parties, all y'all asses grass. Everybody going down. Everybody going down. I can't wait to see who caught up in this Diddy party pity shit. Everybody going down. I'm waiting because they're going to have a press conference right here in a minute. They're going to have a press conference right here in a minute.
Who have testified or signed sworn affidavits that you try to get them to switch their story or tell them a different story after you knew they were going to testify in front of a grand jury. You tried to,
Yeah, contacting witnesses and shit. They don't like that. Soon as this press conference starts, y'all, I gotta go use the bathroom. I've been holding it forever. I knew it. Yeah, man, the feds ain't playing with this nigga. The Southern District of New York do not play them games. Yeah, man, I gotta pee like a motherfucker, boy. I knew Diddy ass wasn't getting out. Oh my God, I gotta watch the fucking news every minute, every second, man. If this nigga do something to himself, or if somebody do something to him, hold on, y'all.
I love the jacket. You're making a statement. You look great. Were you guys surprised that the bail was denied yesterday? I guess you're hoping it'll be done today, correct? But you guys look great. We love the fashion moment. You look fantastic.
I pray for y'all for all the
Now, you know what's coming next, right? His kids. His kids. I'm telling you, a superseding indictment is coming. A superseding indictment is coming. Who these niggas walking out of the courthouse? Oh, okay, them just some regular niggas. Look, even the news zooming in on them niggas trying to see who them niggas is. Them just some regular niggas. They ain't nobody. They just happen to be coming out at the right time. I knew you were gonna lose this shit. Oh, this is a front view. Oh, this is Associated Press. Damn, what I did with Associated Press. So right now, y'all, we are waiting for Diddy's attorneys to exit the courthouse. It has been determined that he is a danger to the community and he's a flight risk. Still, even with him surrendering his passports, even with him alerting the government of all his movement, even with the bail package was insufficient, the nigga put up a $50 million house. His sister and his mama was gonna sign the bond. They were gonna have security at the house. He wasn't gonna have no bitches. And the judge said, nah, fuck that. I told y'all last night. I told y'all what was gonna happen last night. Didn't I goddamn tell y'all? Diddy is a dangerous man. Absolute power corrupts abso-fucking-lutely. I told y'all. OG UNC told y'all. I pray this man don't do something to himself. The assistant U.S. attorney said, we have 35 full extractions ready to produce to the defense. We request a status conference in approximately 90 days. The lawyers say, given that he'll be in the shoe in the MDC, I can't for now consent to any exclusion under the Speedy Trial Act. So they trying to get him a speedy trial. We knew they were gonna do that. So they still in court negotiating. That's why ain't nobody came out and started talking yet. That's funny. I could go to one live. And one live, I see the motherfucker come out the door. I switch over to the other live and see him walk down the stairs. Oh man, I need 2 monitors. Preferably 3. Shit, y'all, I gotta pee. Hold on. I'm not prepared to waive it. What you not prepared to waive? Oh, his right to a speedy trial. What's your position on speedy trial? I'm not prepared to waive it. October 9th at 2 p.m. So October 9th, did his first court date. What am I looking for? while people done called the judge and said they got evidence for the case. What? The judge say we received some calls today from people who say they have evidence for this case. We referred them to the U.S. Attorney's Office. What about the local rule? Man, people calling the courtroom on this nigga. What? What happened to Act Live?
$1 million bond secured by the property, not only GPS monitoring, not only will he surrender his passport, all that. They say they have brought the head of Sage Intelligence today, and they are proposing that Sage Intelligence personnel, all former law enforcement, will be monitoring Combs' home 24/7 to make sure he doesn't leave. The defense is also proposing a visitor log, and they would give that list to the court, so who would be coming to and from his house. And the defense also says that Combs will not have access to a cell phone or access to the internet if he's let out of jail. Is that sufficient, Natalie?
I say that that is creative. And I, again, applaud the defense for how hard they're working for their client. I think that what it does do practically is address some of the issues that the court may have about Combs contacting witnesses. However, you have to question, I don't know anything about this company. I'm not casting any aspersions on them, but I don't know what their reputation is within the federal courts for doing things of this nature, because that's not the norm. People will be on GPS monitors, or they'll be in custody, or they'll be released without conditions, but it's not usually some private security firm basically making the person on home detention and house arrest at home. That's a little different. And so I don't know what type of quality controls that they have, and that might be the issue for the court. Outside of quality control, they're doing the best they can to address the issue of contact with witnesses, obstruction, and manipulation of evidence.
I mean, essentially what they're saying is all of your concerns that you have, that he's going to reach out to people, that he's going to leave, we can alleviate that. He doesn't need to be in federal lockup. He'll essentially be in lockup in his house. And by the way, Nima, another update. And by the way, if anybody has questions on YouTube, submit them. We'll answer them here on air. The defense is also saying that he's responsible. He's not a flight risk. He came to New York in anticipation of the charges. He gave up his passport. They took the passports of 5 of his family members. We have a letter of intent to sell his airplane. Your thoughts?
I agree with Natalie. A, for creativity. I thought the defense is in a good...
Shit, Chad, I just realized what time it is. Goddamn it, Unc got to get ready for work. I gave y'all goddamn 3.5 hours. Today Wednesday. I'll be back on stream tomorrow. Ain't pretty much else to talk about. I mean, shit, I knew the bond was gonna get denied. That's what we was waiting on. That's what we was waiting to see. And sure enough, just as I predicted, his bond was denied. Because he is a danger to the community, and obviously the judge still feels that he is a flight risk. So Diddy will remain in custody at MDC in the SHU, which is segregated housing unit, because he cannot be in general population. They already feel like his life is in danger, so we will stay close and see what happens. And even though this man has these allegations against him, I don't want to see nothing happen to him, so I pray for him and pray for his safety. And God damn it, I'm about to get out of here because I got to get ready for work, and I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all be safe. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. If you just getting off work, if you got to go to work, hell, no matter what you're doing, everybody enjoy your day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm OG UNC through the door, the original gigolo. If you love your bitch, you better hide your hoe. Let's go. Hold on. I ain't even ready. I'm waiting on the press conference, but I got to go. Unc got to go, because Unc got to go to work. Unc got to go to work. Because Unc got to make that money.